I do apologize. I'm not even into this, and you guys have to forgive me. I'm talking to nobody. I'm talking and nobody's hearing me. Oh, no sound. Thanks, Alvin. Alvin Davis said it. And let me say, yeah, you guys are right. And I've been following that. Hey, Luscious Journey's in the crib. What's up? That's my girl there too. There, and Marcel, Arab, thank you so much. I appreciate you. No sound, big fella. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm sleeping on the job here. I do apologize. So, what I wanted to do was start out giving people shouts and a proper love and respect. You know, I've been getting some good comments from you guys, and I'm proud, and I'm proud that I can help you. And I'm proud that I'm doing something for you. So I got to say what's up to everybody in the house right now. Patty Jensen's in the house. I appreciate you too, sweetheart. And Lush is my baby girl. So we talked about Cam's issue, and he was talking about how he can. Luscious, you got to stay tuned for this too, because I got a video about another veteran in a home issue, and I just want you to see that real quick, and I'll try to help him get that up here. But first, I want to get these out here. So, yeah, document everything. Know everything that you're talking about. If you're going to do this, document for I would say up to 6 months to a year, depending on how your symptoms is it getting worse. But I understand when you everybody can hear me now, right? Hey, great former freelance. It's good to see you, brother. Can you? Okay, cool. Everybody can hear me now. Thank you. So yeah, like I say, document. I'd say 6 months, or depends on how long you've had this injury. But once you document it, and I think period, once you document, you have good documentation. Um, you can, I would suggest go file the claim with a representative. Now, I'd say document as soon as possible. And then if you can file the claim as soon as possible, the VA is trying to call themselves speeding up and getting past their claims. They're doing their claims a little faster. But okay, so yeah, I would recommend that. And like I say, always do it with a representative, because when you do it by yourself, they're going to be trying to play funny games with you. I did it by myself one time. The thing that I was filing for, which I didn't know, and this is why I convey this to you, is I'm filing for something that's giving me the same percentage as I already have in that same category. So they said, "Oh well, you filed a good file, but you're only getting 70%, and that's what you were getting before." And then they said, "Well, on top of that, we hear that you're doing better, so we want you to come back in for another exam." And what's the BS? Because the VA is the one who told me straight is once you have neuropathy, you're going to have it for the rest of your life, and it's getting worse. So how is it getting better? So I went back and had to take an exam. So I don't want you stressing that kind of crap either when you go there. Okay. All right, let's give on. She stole my thunder. Great information. Thank you for your advice. To the younger looking to join the military, best to know what you're getting yourself into before you make a decision. In either way. Yeah, and so we had a video up talking about if you know some people, and this. Okay, real quick. The reason why I bring this, because like I say, even whether you're retired, whether you got out enlisted, NCO, or officer, you're welcome here, because we want to hear your opinions as well. One person does not have all the answers, so uh, we're all going to be together. We're all going to team up on this, and this is why I'm glad Luscious came into the house tonight. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for that, and I hope that every time we're up, that I can give you guys something to help relieve questions that you may have. So we're going to walk through this, and okay, so let's say none of behavior. Real nice person too. Why did you do so many veteran stuff in their home? Why do so many veterans stuff and are homeless? Why are so many veterans are homeless? We talked about that, and I have geez Louise. I would say this. I say it's a lot of mental, but then I would say it's the system as well. And the reason why I say that is because currently 4,000 homeless veterans are on the street of Los Angeles. They're trying to currently get a place where they can put these veterans. They were going to build this place for it. They have the land, but there is some bureaucracy, I believe, or red tape caught up in it. And thank you so much, great former freelance. So it's not a lot of red tape that's caught up in it. And yes, thank you so much, Les. You guys hit the like button and please subscribe, because I appreciate you coming out, and I want to continue to try to give you content, and I want us to be a place where we can meet and we don't have to be judged. We're looking for, problems that we probably run into, but we're looking for resolve and issue. People can help us with the resolve and get that done. And man, Les, I got to hear him so you can hear this story here. None of you ever said, can you maintain or get, they can't maintain and got out of the military. Yeah. So this is the thing too. If you are in the military and you're suffering, or if you know people who are suffering from a mental thing, this is part, like I say, the homeless as well as too. And then some of our pride as military members is we don't really ask for help. We're supposed, unless it's a people who we trust. And there's so much going on. We'll talk about that in a minute with the VA trust. And this is going to tie into where I need Luscious also to hear as well. Okay, they say I have a nice background set up. Thank you. My lights and keyboard. I was talking to my friend Patty about it. I said, "Oh God, I can't wait to get another back setup." But I'm supposed to be hopefully getting there soon, but we'll see. All right. And some of these, I have to apologize to some of you here because I'm getting to your comments so late. Shirley World says, I also hate the dentist appointments, but I have to take care of my teeth. Thanks for sharing. Exactly. And I'll tell you this. I was just at the dentist today because they gave me a temporary crown. Now, I got to attack this and we'll get it down. So they gave me a temporary crown. And it's been almost a month now to get the regular crown. So the doctor was kind of baffled about that as well. So he went and looked into it, and so it can be a lot of things. And we went over that, because of lack of people working and still recovering from the COVID and all that stuff there. So it's taking a while to get it in there, but that's the system. And I would tell you. When we get down to this last one here, and I want Luscious on this one, is the system, and I understand everybody else too, because I always tell myself, man, these guys are great, and my dentist and everybody, they're really cool. I mean, really super cool. But there's other people who don't have that experience, and I can honestly say I understand. Please believe me, I understand. Dealing with the system, and that's why I say, well, while we're here, I have no smoke or beef with nobody but the system. And I was talking to my doctor today, and they're kind of frustrated with the system too at points. And the same with the eyeglasses. They don't send them directly to the optometrist, they send them to you. And you got to figure it out. Whereas, like Costco, they call you up, say they're here, come in, let's fit them on you and make sure they're what's up. So the VA kind of does that backwards, and hopefully we can do something to help them get that system a little bit better so it can work for you, because they honestly should be calling you into the dentist, the optometrist's office, and they should be putting them in on your eyes, because they do everything else, the pictures, the eye pressure, they do everything there. So yeah. And again, okay, so back to this. If you, like I said, I went to the dentist today and I had to get because the temporary crown came loose. Oh, and that sucked, man, because I couldn't drink a cold beer, man. That's just too bad. So yeah. So okay, yeah, but yeah, exactly. And the dentist, they were super good. I mean, they were super cool. Loved them. They did a great job. They're still doing it. But again, I tell you, if you have a dentist appointment, do not miss your dentist appointments. If you have a temporary crown like mine fall off, you can walk in between like 8 and 12 or something like that. I got there at 1, but you can walk in and they will take care of it for you. And like I say, especially if you're whatever percentage and you're individual unemployable, whatever percentage, you still are entitled to dental health, but don't miss it, because honestly, I started in November with 2 fillings and a crown, and now here we are. What is it's May coming up? So yeah, it can be pretty much of a stretch. But the only thing I can say cool about it, well, not cool is cool is that you have to do a COVID test 2 days prior for coming in there. So that means you're getting your brain tickled with a Q-tip. That's what I call it. But yeah, it's a pain in the neck. Please, everybody, click the likes. Let's get it up here, and please check out each and every one of these people who are on my page. I do go to their page, and they and who has a page. Some don't, like some don't put videos up. That's fine. but support everybody here. I like what Luscious say. As a community, we can grow together, and we can all bring somebody, some content or something that's edible. You can, okay, I can understand where he's coming from. Okay, so let's keep it pushing. Our behavior says nice background. Thank you, Sheila. I hate the disappointment. Oh, here we go. The great former freelance. Thanks for this. I can pass it on to a dear close friend. Your content so needed to everyone, even me, an old Canadian. The great former freelance is from Canada, and this brother is. I mean, check him out. I love when I talk to him. We talked a while back ago. Probably was on a 9 hour live stream, and I like his brain. He's adventurous and he checks out things and he's open to find out what's going on the other side of the border. And he made me start thinking about, I need to check out some of my Canadian troops up there, since we are neutral allies, that and find out what their struggle is and everything, because I'm just really on the other side of the border. I'm just a hop from Vancouver, Canada. And yeah, really good brother. And thank you so much for your comments, brother. And yes, I am reading them. I'm addicted to your comments, so the information is positively, professionally delivered. Thank you so much, great former freelance. And I appreciate you, brother. All you guys are wonderful, because honestly, when I started this page, I was like, well, I wasn't really planning on it. And while I was sitting at my psychiatrist, I said, you know what? I don't want nobody going through this unnecessarily. So I don't know everything, but I'm gonna give you what I'm traveling through. So like I told everybody is, even just because I'm 100%, it doesn't stop there. You still have to go and take care of your health. And now that 100%, oh, I got to say this real quick too. Yeah, I finally got my license plate, my tag. So now it's a permanent registration, and I now have to pay tax on this particular car. So one car, if you're disabled, 100% disabled veteran, one in your cars, you can get a free license plate. So what I had to do is pay for my tags in February because they were due. So now I finally got my tags maybe a couple days ago. So the thing is, always check with your DMV, because what I have to do now is get another form to send for my refund that I paid for in February. I don't know if they're going to prorate it or if they're going to give me my whole refund back. So, but I think it's the whole refund, but we'll find out, because tomorrow, I was supposed to do all my bill paying today. I'm slipping, but I'll do everything tomorrow, and we'll get that going. But I'm going to keep you abreast, pardon me, of what's going on and how the system rolls. So I put for my tax in February, and each state, I think, you have to be 100%. I think they said 80% and above here, but I believe it's 100% in Washington State. So make sure you check that out. And if you are at that percentage, please get it. Yeah, I know, 9 hours. We killed on that, didn't we? Man, we killed on that. Some people still caught up and said, "You guys are still up burning." Yeah, we were still up rolling. But yeah, so make sure you check that out. And thank you again, Great Farmer Freelance, for everything that you said. Great. I appreciate it. They call me Sunshine. Yes, anytime veterans have a good information to share with another veteran, you're helping. I'm a disabled veteran who works at the VA, and I learned a lot uh, along the way. So they call me Sunshine. If you ever show up here, make sure you come up. I'm gonna drop the link for you, because you being in that capacity, I'm not trying to put all your business out there. Um, you'll be letting people know, some of the questions that they might have, and I would love to have you up for that. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Listen to this one here. I like this one. This is from the Healthy G Mom. What's up, fam? I'm here giving you mega love because of Luscious. You're amazing. So there you is, Luscious, my girl. So hey, I ain't forget. Yeah, I'm with you, girl. I get you guys. You guys are beautiful. And the great farmer, yes, he's always up giving me love. And it's a Michelle Denise. That's my girl. I haven't seen her in a minute either. So, but I want to give you guys I just want to give everybody who dropped me comments, and I do go over and check my email. Now, on the bottom, if you see that, it's the Black Veteran, BLK Vet, not veteran, just go vet. uh, and you'll get my email. I believe I made a mistake with veteran one time, but it's the Seattle Black BLK vet at Gmail. So yeah, any questions I can get behind the scenes. And oh yeah, real quick while I'm giving shouts out, Micro Farmer. I seen you up on the page with Garden TV not too long ago. Good guy, good channel. So is Micro Farmer. So please check that brother out. He was in the hospital not too long ago. I hope you don't mind me putting his business out, but he's doing well, and he's a good brother. And he's got some bomb peanut brittle. So you'll always should be talking about his peanut brittle, but it's good. So I wanted to make sure you guys get your loves, your propers, and respect because you spend your time. You come over here and you join us. So this is the deal here, real quick, and this is gonna go with this, and I'm gonna show you this video. Uh, 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 Come on, Dave, get your head on right. Luscious, I'm gonna show you the video. So I had to come to the grips and understanding that, and I mentioned this just because I am have a good people who work with me at the VA. It doesn't mean that the system is all that. And we know that because we run into a lot of snags and snafus. But again, if you don't, that's why I want you to know more about what's going on with you. So this is one where this brother here, and I say brother not because he's black, but because he's a veteran. Um, I want you to listen to this, and I want you to get an understanding your perception of this because he had a house for 20 years. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs, but I want you to hear this, okay? He had a house for 20 years, and now he's getting evicted. But listen to this and listen to um, who's aboard with helping this brother get evicted. I think it's crazy. So let me see here. Get it over here. Now, this is what's kicking me in the behind. My screen was working very perfect. Oh, here we go. And okay, so this is it. I want you guys to listen to this here. So I'm gonna get over here in the lower, but listen to this right here and tell me what you think. I hope you can hear it. I hope the volume's up. Good Lord. Okay, so yeah, you hear this dude owned his house for 20 years. And all right, thank you so much. Let me read you a grateful farmer freelance. House over 20 years, and now he's getting evicted out of his house. And apparently, it sounds like the VA is the people who's evicting him out of his house and who's buying his property. Check it out. Let me know what you think here. Now, this is why I say, and I'm not putting no blame on this veteran here. Uh, uh, no blame for him. But the thing is, like he said, he didn't know he was in foreclosure. That's an interesting topic as well. But I can understand he probably didn't know he was in foreclosure. Um, uh, oh, you can't hear the video, Patty? No. Oh, silent movie. My bad. Are you kidding me with this? Oh, you know what? Somebody did tell me about this too, and I do apologize. Okay, nobody's hearing this but me. What's up with that? Okay, let me see. Let's try this again here. Still no sound. Still no sound, Patty. Is it still silent? You guys still can't hear that? Okay, it must be me messing up over here. Okay, well, the gist of it is here is that hopefully, what's up with this one here? Okay, I see. Oh, okay, no sound. All right, I'll figure that one out, and I do apologize, guys. So what it actually is this guy, he's a retired disabled veteran. He's unable to walk up to the second flight of his stairs. So I don't know what his percentage is on disability. Um, but I would say this is why I say whenever dealing with the VA, answer every letter that you're sent. If you're not clear of what the letter is, seek. I would. This is what I say. For me, I answer every letter that's sent to you. If you don't understand the letter, because apparently he wasn't aware that his house it was in foreclosure. He was trying to save his house while it's in foreclosure, and he comes to find out that the VA is the one who filed the foreclosure, and the VA is the one who bought his home. And then the VA sent him a message telling him that he should comply as soon as possible without occurring court fees and attorney fees. Right. So now the news channel, they attempted to get a hold of this gentleman, and they weren't unable to get a hold of him. This here is his attorney, and I apologize, you guys can't hear this, but he just found out he didn't have a home. He was going to get evicted out of his home. Let me speed this up a little bit, and I promise you, I'll have this together. I won't. I'm slowly but surely getting this right, but so to come out to find out the VA is the one who filed the foreclosure on his house. The VA is the one who bought his house in auction. The news channel, this has just happened today. The news channel is trying to figure out to talk to the VA, but the VA is, nobody's there. Oh, Vanessa Kitty, where you been? Girl, I miss you. I gotta get you in here as my mod. And Luscious in here as my mod. But Luscious, you can tell me more about that. Let me get you guys in here. Patty said I had a silent movie. And here's my girl Luscious. I got to give her some love. Um, so with this, he's finding out the VA is the one who's taking his house from him. So nobody's heard back from the VA administration to ask them, to clarify with this. Now, I want you to understand too as well. And this is why I say, be cognizant of what you're doing, especially when you're dealing with the VA, because the VA is just recording everything that you say, and you want them to record what you want them to understand, not just what you're saying, but what you want them to understand. So they will not be trying to take your words and try to use it in another content. You don't want that. So when dealing with these guys, try to know everything that you're dealing with. And I'll give you a good example. Listening to this gentleman here, and Luscious, I got to get you up on here real quick. Um, but anyway, so know what you're dealing with, guys, when you deal with these people here, and know what's going on. And like I say, always contact yourself. And like I said, I had you guys probably heard of these guys, and I'm not um it's just a company, and they're called Veterans United. All right. So they're not involved with the VA or whatever, but they try to talk to veterans to get into homes, right? So I'm getting calls with this, and I got some emails with this and a couple of little stuff they sent in the mail. Right now for me, this is not a buyer's market right now. No, this is a seller's market right now. And as the insurance rates are going to be hitting maybe 6.5% this summer, that kind of means to me, if it's going at 6.5%, you could have bought a house probably for 500,000 before the 6.5. But now the 6.5, you'd probably be looking at a 250,000. Now, I'm not saying, it's going to be, hard to find a home somewhere. Some places well, definitely in Western Washington, it's going to be hard for you to find a home under 300,000. And now these days, the way the seller market is now, you be getting you know, uh, one bedroom, two bedroom, one bath, and you're still getting off almost 300,000, if not more. And that's to me, it's ridiculous. But maybe it's the new age. But anyway, so when they call, they're asking me, what kind of loan do they think they can fit me in? And I said, well, I'm 100% individual unemployable. The VA is taking care of that. And they kind of backed up like, oh, okay. Now, I don't know everything, and that's why I got to get Luscious up here so we can rap about this. And if you guys have real estate questions, we got to get up here so we can talk about that. And it's knowing what kind of loan you're going into and being fully aware of it. Not to say that we're going to give you advice that's legal. We're going to give you advice from our perspective. And person working at home. I got my girl Vanessa Kitty, my girl, uh, who's in here, and she has a great perspective on a lot of these things, with benefits as well. So when we get in here, we're going to chop it up about that. So I wanted to answer each and everybody's comments that came, and I got to do that now while I'm a small YouTuber because I got to see if I can still keep it up if I get over over a lot of subscribers. But I believe I owe that to you because of your gratitude and your patience of being here. And so this is why we come together. So all right, I'm sorry you couldn't hit the video. That kind of sucks, but I'll try to figure that out. I know it's a way that I'm not doing it right on here. Maybe I need to go into my settings and look at that. And I apologize, but we will get everything taken care of. I promise you that. Let me see if I do the audio and do it. Pardon me. Let's go. Maybe we don't want the speakers. Maybe we want to send it to this other microphone here. But I won't bore you with that. Let's keep it pushing here. And I apologize. But we'll get that together. Stereo audio. Let's see. But we'll get that together. I promise. Okay, so but one of the few things I wanted to address and I wanted you guys to be aware of and want to let you know that I have nothing but the ultimate respect for you guys for being here and supporting the channel. And I'm going to keep trying to look out because I was at the VA today and I was going to talk to a few people that are suffering with disabilities. But I'm still having people who are still they're dealing with claims and the C&P exams. So, like I was talking to my brother, the Magnum, if you're going to a C&P exam, um, be cognizant and be aware. And I would have to honestly say this, yeah, and that's because um, of what I experienced. And I'm just talking to some doctors today. And please believe that a lot of these ways that the system is set up, some of the doctors really don't like it either. And, like we were talking today, and these guys are pretty nice, but, everything's what it is. And, and then after seeing this gentleman here getting his home taken away from him by the VA, and he's a veteran. I'm going to dig into that and find out more because him not being aware of that, that's pretty sad, and it's sad that the people who are supposed to be helping you take care of you are evicting you from your home. But guys, girls, boys and girls, men and women, I always say this, you get more bees with honey. So, it's kind of knowing what you're doing in there, and I laugh at some of these people because when sometimes these things go foul, I'm just really, kind of amazed. But I'm not that much shocked anymore. But I would say I had a blessed trip through that. But if you guys have any problems, please bring them. And just, you don't have to, bring your total information and everything, but bring enough so we can help chop it up and get you an answer. I think you remember this last time, Vanessa Kitty, we had a young lady on here and she was talking about somebody trying to get the benefits as a wife. You got divorced and then he retired later on and the wife is looking for benefits. And Kitty put her in the right place and just told her, this is the place where you should check out. And I mean, everybody's here. We're cool with each other. And we're just bringing stuff so we can hopefully help assist each and every one of us to live an easier life. Because I tell you, the doctor asked me today, he says, how old are you? I said, I'm about to turn 59 coming up. Oh God. So I don't want to hear none of you guys talking about Wally's in the house. Salute, my brother. Salute. Wally's up in here. That's a really good brother too. Please check him out. Um, yeah. Let me see. Come on, get over here. Jeez, work for me. All right, I'm gonna get you over here, brother. Just gonna let my brother Wally say what's up. There we go. Okay, I gotta put it back up here. I'm bugging. Yeah, but you guys, yeah, check out Wally, check out this, but you led her in the right direction. And like I say on here, guys and girls, is we're gonna try to give you, the breadcrumbs, but you're gonna have to walk through the doors yourself. Because I say this because nobody's journey is the same. Everybody's journey is going to be different. It took me almost 30 years to get to 100. I know people who took them less than a year to get to 100%. So, but some of the things are going to still be the same things that you should watch out for, like when we talked about C&P exams. Um, you can't pull up at a C&P exam talking about that you have a bad leg and you get out and then you start putting on your neck brace and your leg brace and all that. You can be easily be watched, but like I tell people, and that's a kid who could probably contest to this as well. And that is, if you're in a hospital and a person's taking your pulse. So at the same time, they're watching the rise and fall of your chest. They're watching how you're conducting yourself. This is along with getting your vitals. So understand that when you go to the VA hospital or the VA C&P exam, that you're going to be looked at. They're going to be watching you. And I even told the brother this, and I want you guys to tell me this, whether you agree or not. I said, take notes each and every month or day that you go, if you're feeling a certain way, that you do that. And if you can remember without your notes, but if you don't, take your notes with you and say, this day here, I was feeling like this. This next day, I'm feeling like that. Taking this medication, I feel like this. And know that Vanessa Kelly said, I was granted 100% PNT back in 84, retro for 92. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Uh, People are, and that's for me because my back pain didn't start until my legs were just totally out of whack. Um, Pretty much, and that's because they didn't recognize neuropathy back in the late early 90s. Then it started becoming an issue, and like I say, and Kitty, you can get us straight on this because I believe that some of the hospitals were going, well, the hospitals goes off a certain medical theories, medical sciences. And so some of those things change. I tell people I use a drastic change, and that is way back, if you look on the Westerns, they pour some whiskey in your breath and tells you to bite on the spoon and hold you down while they doing it. Now you got sedatives, local and general sedatives, that you can have that help put you out so you don't experience all that good, happy pain. So yeah, I just got awarded 100% this month. Right on. How long did it take you to get to that 100%, Alvin Davis? Tell me that, because that's why I say, and this is what's cool because like you said, you took like a month at the end of this month, right on. Yeah, how long did it take you? Like Kitty said, I tried to move to Pensacola from Texas one point in 20,000. Right. Yeah. But you guys, like I say, stay on top of this stuff because if you don't stay aware of what's going on with you. And I use this for analogy as well. So, ladies, understand this. Some ladies go, when I go to the car dealership or the mechanic, he's telling me all this stuff. And next thing I know, I'm paying all this money and my car still runs like crap. Right? I hear you. I hear you. So, believe it. Us guys, we're no different. There's not everything we know. And you can step into a computer shop and they go, you better know what you're talking about, right? You're talking about computer parts and what you need. And so the same thing when you go into the VA. Like I say, know what your injury is, know what your maximum percentages is on that. You know, oh right, on. Okay, here's another brother. Now I'm saying the same thing. Another brother like me. It took a minute. It took a minute, 16 years. That's man, that's brother. That's brother, man. That's brother. Yeah. And so man, I got when I drop this album, if you're still here, you want to come up because I think it's important that people tell their journeys. And this is why I say you can be an officer, an NCO, enlisted man. When you get out or stay in, whether you're retired, disability, you get out an enlisted man. Um, you um, you have different stories to tell because of different journeys. Even when you retire, you have different stories to tell, and it's wonderful to hear you guys' stories. So, I tried to apply for disability. Okay, there we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. In the state of Florida, you tried to apply for a disability card in the state of Florida. Let me bring that back. I tried to get help with state of Florida benefits that they were offering. That card that helps. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, wait. Yeah, the card that helps you get the state benefits that Florida offers. Okay. Right on. See, Vanessa, you got to come up here, girl, one day because you be dropping some serious knowledge and stuff and we need up here. I need it because I'm glad to have you on here because you help me out a lot with a lot of these questions. The great former freelance, my first friend, my friend first Cav U.S. United States Army, while in Iraq was given pills 2 times a day every day while deployed. He retired as a sergeant. He is now what? Bone loss, 2 hip replacements and 2 elbow replacement. Good Lord. Bless his heart. So he better be getting 100% at a good place to live. Man, that is bless his heart. We got to pray for that brother and hope he's getting the help and getting taken care of like he should be. And they already had him on 2 pills while he was deployed. I wonder what those pills were for. Um, that's really interesting, my brother. That's wow. Uh, that's geez. God bless that brother. Let me see. 2 shoulder replacement. What is the VA responsible for? How much? Okay, 2 replacement. What are the VA responsible for? How much? Um, I would say this, and maybe Katie can help me with this as well. Is um, what is the VA responsible for? The CRF Chapter 38 will get into protect particular different parts of your body. And it will tell you in that book as well. And somebody tell me if I'm wrong here. I believe this is what's up. Um, they can tell you in there what your percentage is for whatever it is that you're suffering from. Let me read this one here because I'm always got to keep my ear to the ground with Kitty. What the local office says when I replied for the ID was that the VA letter must be from the VA benefits regional office in Saint Petersburg. That is interesting. When trying to get the card, huh? That is interesting. And you have to go to the VA in the regional office in St. Petersburg to get that. Because now, um, don't can't you get that letter? You can't get it at the VA.gov. Vanessa, you can't get that at the VA.gov, that letter. Um, yeah, back to your farmer. Yeah, with that, yeah, I hope that brother's getting everything. But yeah, look at that in the CRF. Tell him to look at the CRF and chapter 38, I think is what it is. I don't know. They may have been in another chapter, but I'll double look that for you. They said the letter was a federal VA benefits office stated that what is my disability level as good as proof. Yeah, yeah, it should be. And I've been getting these really these complaints from a lot of people that like one guy from over at Big Matt's page, um, good guy too, Big Matt. He was saying that he couldn't get on the post over here with his VA disability card, and I'm like, that's crazy because you should. I just used it. But yeah, I don't know what these guys and why they do what they do. Let me remove that. Oh, don't step on that. Let's get that out of there. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it's a stupid. It's the system, and I think and that's what we're gonna need to do, guys and girls, is when we run across these glitches in the system, it's good if we get back in and say, uh, this is BS. And the system needs to be addressed. And I think that's through, I'm going to have to do what I'm going to do is start sending letters to my congressman and asking them what's going on. Um, and tell them to get me on page with this and help me understand the system. And the thing is, because there's doctors who are having the same issue, they're like, hey, what's going on? And they say, it's nothing we can do about it. And I say, I hear you. So it's got to come from above. Back then, there was not no way to get it online. You're right. You're so right about that, 90. You were so right about that because I still remember having my medical records on microfiche and then going to CD before they had it online. You're so right about that, Kitty. Vanessa Kitty, you are so right. Um, yeah, and the crazy, stupid hoops you have to jump through if you didn't get your personnel records or your medical records, trying to get those. And yeah, it was a bear. And so now with this electric system that's been in effect for a little bit of time now, it still has, perfection it needs a lot. So yeah, bless your heart, girl. You're right, because back in the day, you can forget about it. No ID card, no nothing, no how you can get it. And I was just blessed that I got it on a CD. But again, guys and girls, like I say, every facet that you're dealing with the VA, make all your due diligence to understand each step that you're going through with these guys. All right, because if you look, and I use this example, and I have to be real with you guys, and it's not to really uh, dog certain people, but it is what it is. So I had a certain representative. Now this is a twist on it, and this is why I say what's interesting. You get more bees with honey. So I'm telling you, watch your back when you're dealing with the VA system because you need to know. So, okay, so I get this letter comes in the mail, and I talked about this before. When that letter come in the mail, and the mail letter was basically, like fill out this form, and I think it was a 4248. Always look those form numbers up, and you can go to YouTube, and YouTube may have some of them, but some of them are outdated. But the better thing is call your representative. I don't understand what is more important on here. If I don't answer this, I don't answer that. What is it that you really are they really needing on this form? So for a while, I called my dudes, and it was like, they were they were pissing me off because they would do some foul stuff like come down to the office and the office is closed. Um, they would always send you to a secretary and have you sitting there chill. No, they wouldn't sometimes never even answer the phone. And they go to, and you couldn't leave a message. So if you got a hold of some people, then they would go, okay, leave me your number and everything. We'll have somebody call you back. And so what do? Call you back 10 to 15 minutes before they get off because they know once they're done with that call, you ain't getting back a hold of them. And sometimes their office closes a little earlier. Now, this is a representative of mine that I have, right? So I was always able to call them and maybe get the answer, but I have to call and I have to let them know I wasn't playing with them. All right. So then I called and I said, hey, the VA sent me a letter. I'm already at 100%. What's the deal with this letter? What do they want? He goes, fill out this line. And so I'm like, okay. So I go back and I'm looking for this line. I'm looking on the page front and back, and there's no line, what he was telling me. So I call them back. Now remember, nobody's in the office, not answering the phone. Well, somebody probably is, but they're not answering the phone. So I finally got a hold of another person. Oh, yeah, no, this is part of this, and you need to fill this out. So I'm having him on the phone. I say, I don't see that. He goes, okay, well, check this other form out. And he goes, oh, yeah, do this right here. And I'm like, okay. So I call him back and I said, okay, what is the importance of this form? What does this form do? Representative told me, well, you're at 100%. I said, yeah. I said, now you guys are my representatives. What should I do? Right, right. Oh boy, oh boy. What she said to me was, my personal opinion, I wouldn't fill it out. Okay, so I didn't fill it out. She goes, if you want to cancel this, just send me a note telling me you want to cancel. We'll cancel it for you. Okay, all right, all right. So I sent it. I get a call back from the VA. 3 days later, they go, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I said, "Guy, do me a favor. Please tell me what is this form all about?" He says, "This form is in case something happens to you or you happen to leave this planet prematurely because of your service-connected injury, your loved ones will receive compensation." Right? I'm like, "Okay, cool." I said, "Thank you. How do I reverse this? What do I need to do?" He says, "I'm gonna send you this form. Just fill it out and send it back." Now, I want you to understand most of these forms are repetitious, especially if you're going to do a CAP exam. They're going to be pretty much repetitious. You just got to sign and date, they'll be repetitious. So, I strongly urge you to every form that you get from the VA or that you have to fill out and send in, you scan it, copy it, whatever you need to do, keep a copy in your files. Because, like I say, some of these forms are repetitious and you will see these forms again and again and again. So, right on, you go, girl. While you were doing this, so I'm looking at this. My representatives were not giving me the right information. Right now, to go through all proof of that, whatever, whatever. I don't have time. Just give me the information so I can get this issue taken care of. So this is why I really want you guys to know and understand. It is imperative that you take care of yourself and go and get the benefits that you are well deserving, that are your right. Don't act like you're macho man and put all that stuff aside, because this is the deal. You may eventually have kids or even maybe a wife while you're young. Those are your responsibilities now. If you were any kind of a sergeant or you were in charge of people, this is now your new order. Take care of your people. All right. That is the new order you have to do, and that is taking care of yourself. So, I was talking to a gentleman, and God bless him, nice guy, Coyote. If you clipping in, I haven't called you because I've been so busy, dog. I got things backed up here, and I got to catch up. But um, a lot of issues going on with this gentleman, and he is getting discouraged. Okay, he's not the only person. I have another person who's really cool with me. I'm telling him and trying to help him get through his procedure, and I get a call from him telling me how these medications are just messing with him. Right. So, guys, I always say this is you don't give up. Please don't give up. Um, because it's sometimes it's discouraging. Sometimes the rough parts make you, like you say, make you stronger. And you're doing this not just for you, but for your family. All right. And if you're not having immediate family, for your loved ones. So for me, it's like this. And for anybody who's thank you very much, Alvin Davis. For anybody who is uh let's say you don't have a family, but when you happen to depart this planet and you're at 100% or whatever, you have, or I think it's over, I think 80 or 70, you will have burial rights to put you in somewhere. So the thing too is not to leave that burden upon your family, and just leave them abandoned. Um, uh, have it set up in a box or whatever, that somebody can open it up and go, okay, here's his burial rights. We don't need the stress paying these other people all this money. Boom, boom, boom. Right. If you happen to unfortunately depart before or because of your service connected, your family can be helped out, taken care of. And that's one question I'm still working on with Magnum. If you guys see this here, there you go, right on with that great farmer friends and family. You know, you they and oh, and so that's what we were talking to Magnum about. And I remember this is that, he's looking and he's at 10% and he's looking if his kids can get benefits and what they are. So I'm still looking into that. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we'll get into that. And I like what the great former freelance said. He says friends and family. And which is true because look, and this is why I said at the beginning, civilians, if you're not even served in the military, you're welcome here because you probably know somebody or you have some information that can help a veteran. You either know a veteran or you have information that can help a veteran. And this is what I say about Lush's journey. She does housing and she rents out homes and everything. Very busy lady. And I'm gonna email you soon, sweetheart, so we can get up and we can talk. And I'm gonna text you and just tell me a time it's good to get a hold of you. I know you got a very beautiful family that you have to attend to and all that, and respect. So, like the great farmer said, friends and families. You may know somebody who's a friend who's married or even dating somebody in the military and you know, I know people who are active duty still in the military, people who are beautiful like Vanessa Kitty and Luscious. I know like Vanessa Kitty, she's retired. I'm a E5 out of the reserves. I came out of active duty as E4. I went to the reserves, active duty reserves, and got E5 through there. And they burned me the hell out. And that's one thing we talk about too here is with veterans is, and I'll speak for myself. And I would like for some people to understand it's not scary talking to veterans. It's just understanding some of the plights that we go through and like different from me, I'm a person who can stay in my house for 2 or 3 or 4 days, and I'll have plenty to do in my house. I mean, don't get me wrong, I take care of my hygiene and everything. I hope you can see that. But I know people who are struggling with it in a different way. I got people who like alarms, cameras all through their house, and even like them on their ring doorbell and on the back. And this is because when we got in, it's we're doing sensory work. We're walking all over the place, and we're checking things. Even as the house starts to settle, sometime and it starts creaking, that gives you cause to get up, unless you know your environment 100%. But it's walk in and check in and all this. And some of us are like that. Some have cameras. Some people do not like want to be around a lot of people, and we can understand that. And as a matter of fact, I want you guys, we're going to get into this another video. And if you start doing your homework, you can come and help chime in on this. But we'll be talking about uh, dogs for veterans, vets and their dogs. Because cautious, there's fraudulent people out there doing that. Joe Biden helped sign something, but it's not totally all the way to help get that program going for veterans. And I think that's a beautiful thing because having your partner, your dog, you know, they got you, and and you got them, and it makes you have a good sense of security. All right, kids, everybody, I am going to drop the link. If you want to come up, please come up. If I haven't seen you up here before, just let me. I'm gonna bring you up. Believe this or not, so I got to tell you guys this too. I have to go and erase a few of these comments out of my section when I went looking at them because I get trolls. Believe it or not, and I'm not really big, but I get trolls dropping comments to sex ads on my page. So you guys watch out for that. I mean, but some people ain't got nothing else better to do. So bless their heart. Yes, E5 medic retired. Retroactive back in June 91. Granted a special order to the United States Air Force aboard the correction of the military record in 94. I applied to that process in June of 94. That's a kid. You are a busy person, and you got a lot of great knowledge in there. Yeah, and you're about around the age. I mean, around the time that I was coming in and out of that joint too. I think 94. Yeah, that was my kind of like burned out in 94. And so understand this, like with a lot of us retired, um, And I think, Vanessa can start this. They will put a burnout on you. So, what it was for me when I got out of active duty, I got offered to be a DI, a drill instructor. So, I was a 16 Sierra, which is a deleted MOS, which is a Stinger gunner. Now they put Stingers on everything but a person because if you're out in the field and you shoot a Stinger missile and you miss, a helicopter can wipe out a whole clique and you're going to be toast, baby. So, so they made me do this. Okay, and you have to go to a PLDC, which is primary leadership development for if you want in the army till once you get E5, you have to go to primary leadership because it's teaching you basic leadership. That's primary leadership. Then they got A knock, B knock, and A knock, basic and advanced. That comes to NCO. So advanced NCOs, you're like E67s or something like that, or E8s. Different level of managing people, but I digress. So when I got out, I had to go to PLDC. That was just to get my E5. And then went to PLDC, they gave me my E5. After PLDC, they sent me straight to infantry school at Fort Benning, Georgia. So the PLDC was in Northern California. I forget where part it was, but then I went straight from there with a week off, straight to Fort Benning, Georgia for infantry, home of the Rangers are there. Yes. Oh, yes, I do need a mod. I need to add a moderator. I'm gonna add you, Kitty, as soon as I figure out how to do this. I don't know if that's how it is, but I click a star. I don't know if that's the deal. Um, I'm gonna figure it out. And Luscious Johnny, you're gonna tell me how to figure it out. Uh, so I haven't figured it out. Yeah, I do need him to get the trolls out because the thing right now, yeah, I didn't dog service. The thing right now is yeah, getting these trolls off, and I'm not asking people to cam up. I know what's going to become an event issue in the future, and the most reason I don't ask people to cam up is because I want to preserve your privacy at the same time, getting some good information and understanding your plight, and you can even if you cam up, you don't really have to get all into the specifics about it. But if you like my girl Vanessa, Kitty, Luscious, you in the house of Great Farmer, you guys are cool in the gang. Everybody who's come up here, and Wally, thank you, my brother, again, all you guys. Okay, so after PLDC, after infantry, they turned around and sent me right to DI school. Oh God. So it was school after school after school. And then they turned around and they sent me to a couple of where I was filling in for some DIs over in North Carolina, Fort Jackson. And then I went back to Fort Bliss. And then they sent me up to Fort Lewis up in the Northwest. They had what they call a MATC, a Mobile Army Training Center. And so I was a continuity drill, and you had weekend drills, those 2 weekers of reserves, they would come in and do their thing, and I had to keep these guys abreast. But that was 3 months, 7 days a week, up at 4 o'clock in the morning, in bed by 11 at night every day. So that was enough for me. I was good. Um, yeah, after Desert Shield, the Desert Storm, I tried to get reassigned to Davis Mount Air Force Base. Last my command made me a list inactive and unassigned. Really, I never heard of such thing in a listed. Me neither. Never at all. That is. Well, I just kidding. These guys be playing games with us, maybe clowning. Um, yeah. I would tell you one of the most, and I asked for leave, and this was when Norton Air Force Base was still in San Bernardino. They closed that base down. Now they only have March Reserves that's in Moreno Valley. But my people were living right up the street from the Air Force Base, and we flew in from Fort Polk, Louisiana, flew into Fort Norton Air Force Base in San Bernardino. And the suckers wouldn't even let me get a leave to go see my people, right? So I was like, okay. And they, I think they were still trying to break me because they sent me to air assault school too prior to all that. So it was school after school after school after school. And so anyway, all right. So hey, anybody who would like to come on up, I'm gonna drop this link here. You can come up and just say what's up, and just give a shout out to your channel and just tell me what's going on with you if you like. And I'm gonna make sure everybody's doing cool. This is our Friday. So Friday is going to be, let's see, we're going to start picking up these days. I am trying to hang in here with you guys. And I don't know about another 9 hour stream, but yeah, it was fun though. It was fun. But it killed me. It did. It killed me because honestly, I didn't plan for it. And but I want to make sure I'm here answering you guys' questions. If you have questions, if something's on your mind, um, let's get it off and let's try to get you to the best answer we can, especially right now when I got my beautiful people up here who can definitely support me in June of '94. I was in Springfield, Massachusetts. Saturday, Senator Bill Bradley and Secretary of the United States Air Force called me up, and yes, on a Saturday. Good Lord, girlfriend. Now you know what? You sound like this one other person I know who was actually Nancy Pelosi had to get with them and get their 100% disability. It took them all the way up to that level, and this person was a very highly decorated person. On a decorated vessel. And so, yeah, guys and girls, just be cognizant of your rights and what's going on with you because it is very important. And you guys we're gonna get this teached up of how to get this. And I'm sorry about the video. Geez, that's really interesting because normally I can throw up a video and I never had an audio problem, but I can hear it well on my side. So it's me and my roadcaster that's got to work it out. But yeah, guys and girls, you guys still hit me up in the comments. Oh, and down below, I don't know if you guys see my email. It is the Seattle Black Vet at Gmail. Okay, that's BLK vet at Gmail. So please hit me up. A couple people were supposed to hit me up, and I understand it because I tell some people I'll get with them, and I still probably haven't got with them. So I'm not good on that yet. But yeah, hit me up down below, and please hit the like or and subscribe button. Um, and please, by all means, drop your comments in here, your questions, and I appreciate all you guys. Kitty, Vanessa, Kitty, uh, farmer, freelance. Pardon me. Thank you. And his brothers from Canada, always here, supporting me. And Vanessa, Kitty, and Luscious, you guys, and especially Wally. Thanks for stopping through. You guys stop through, even if you just stop through for a second and just give some love. I want you to give shout out to your page and let people know where you are because we're going to build a community of where it's to get you help and we all can get in on this to get you help. And at this point, and I don't think it's a need, I probably, if I do another channel, then I probably play around with a Patreon. But right now, I'm still feeling the need that anything in my that I go through, uh, I want you to know it so you don't have to go through the rough parts of it. And what's so beautiful, it's like we say, we have Vanessa Kitty up here, freelance farmer. Uh, I'm always messing up your name, brother. I'm so sorry. But yeah, there is a great freelance farmer. You guys are the great farmer freelance. Dave, get your tongue together. Please believe me, I haven't enough beers yet. So if I'm just messing up, that's on me. I apologize. Oh, let me see here. Service dogs are significant access to the disability. That is 100. That is so 100. And and I'm glad you said that because it is imperative that the VA, if they're helping you get a service dog, that they put you in a place where you and that service dog can live comfortably. Okay. So think about that too. Okay. And always know this too, because we were talking earlier about homeless veterans and everything. So me being in that particular position, and I would tell you the pros and cons and get you from the dirt to where we are here now. Well, actually, I was living pretty good, pretty good. I had a nice place, and when the pain hit me, boom, gone down. So that left me homeless because I was only living off of a seven at that time. I think it was a 70% disability. All right, 70% disability, and so I wasn't making that much. And what's really messed up about that is at 70% disability, you make too much to be getting food stamps. Or maybe you can get like $10 worth of food stamps, but that money is in Washington rated too much to make food stamp. what was stupid to me. I didn't get that. Okay, so the next thing was this, and I found this out the hard way. Um, if you are homeless, and now this is if this is you can do it or not. I'm not saying that this is a must. It's an option, and I'll tell you why I say it. Because if you're homeless, you can go to your city. Your what over here is King County Housing, so they have a place for housing homeless people and veteran people. In every pretty much homeless place, they will have a space available for a vet. Now, I found that this is the problem. Is that, and I'm gonna give it to you on the real, and I'm not putting nobody out there, is that some people are, addicted to whether it's alcohol or drugs, and you cannot bring that into the shelters. They're not going to tolerate that. You can get kicked out for that. Okay. Um, uh, the thing is, you will get 3 hots in a cot. You have to do it head to bed. That means every day they're going to actually stop in at the front desk, check in, say that you're here because the veterans are paying for that bed. Now, if you have a disability where you can't be on the top bunk, because I believe most of them are bunk beds, you need to let that be known through your VA or even at the people who you're there so they can put you on a lower bunk. If they need paperwork from the VA, you just talk to your doctors, you get a VA letter, and you can get on the bunk that you need to be. All right, 100% unemployable. Yeah, that's a good thing too. 100% individual unemployable. I think it kind of limits you to a certain amount. But if you're like, Kenny, you got retirement coming in, you're 100% unemployable, and that's going to get you some good cheese there. And then, what was it, Kenny? Was it the the SMC or CMS that can add on to more of what you're getting on your basics? So you're adding on. Okay, so so back to this. So you go to these shelters. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The problem that I've seen with some of these shelters is you'll have your drug dealers doing drive-bys. So you have a messed up day, you're in the shelter and you're fiending or whatever, you want to walk out and do your thing. So that's the problem I find with that too, is that you will have those opportunists coming by. It'd be the same for the ladies of the night as well. And I'm not saying that all these shelters are in those particular locations, but a lot are. Okay. So and the thing is, if you're going to a shelter and you really don't think that shelter work out for you, you can go back to your housing authorities and ask, could you be put in another shelter? I don't know if they want to ask you a legitimate for that or whatever, whatever, whatever. But that is an opportunity for you. Okay, but so from there, you can still work with the VA to where they will get you into like a VA temporary housing. Pardon me. Now in Washington, I didn't know how many they have of these things. They're pretty much like regular apartments, but the VA can get you into if you have a family, 2 bedroom. If you're single, you may get a studio. If you have studio, some places you may get a 1 bedroom, but mostly it's going to be a studio. The VA is not flipping a dime for anything harder than that. Not here anyway. Okay, so let's say you get into one of those particular facilities, they're going to have you, it's still a checking in head to bed. On the weekends, though, they probably don't worry about you much. They want you to check in on Monday because you might want to get out and spend time with your loved ones on the weekend. Okay, now I understand you got your own place. You got your own key to your place. Some of them have key fobs or whatever to get into the buildings. When I was that way. They had you have an opportunity to stay in each of these probably for 2 years before they tell you you have to move on and go to probably another place like that. But they want to see you trying to make progress. So from there, you can always work with what they have is a VASH HUD, a VA HUD, like a Section 8. And they will help you get into a apartment. I tell cats if you're over 55 and you're having sleeping problems, uh, uh, you hear things, they make you jolt and wake up. If you're over 55, you have a disability, go to a senior community. You can do that in Washington State. All right. So what it is VASH HUD. It's like a Section 8. they're going to pay a majority of part of what you need to pay to stay there. Now, you pay a certain percentage out of what you are making. At that time, I think I was at 80 or something, so I was paying 500 when I was at one of these facilities. All right. When you go to I mean that now. It's like when you go to one of the seniors. And this is the cool thing about, and I'm getting into this with one place, is you have the buses that will take you places. Like I say, you're off the bus line. Most of them are not far from a library. The stores are not far from around you. Then you have your vans if you don't have a car. And this is what I say is very important. Very important. If you're in the military and you're get in, start getting your car when you get in and you can make your payments, because when you get out, that car is going to be very important for you. You're going to be needing to drive around to these places. Say if you got to go to the housing, this be up north, you got to go to the other place. It can be east, and you're talking about a lot of commuting. So I would strongly urge you, if you get out, get your car, have your car before you get out. If you're in it 3 or 4 years, you can have it paid when you get out. Okay. That's if you have no family, whatever your budget is look at your budget. But most enlisted people who are staying on post, who don't have a family, you can probably get a car because you're not spending your money on nothing but hopefully investing for when you get out and you're partying or whatever. Okay. But look at that. I'm gonna drop this link again. Hopefully somebody wants to come up. If not, that's okay though. I'm cool with it. We are enjoying each other. So once you get into that type of housing, like a Pierce Vash hut, the thing is you will have no longer head to bed every day. But once a month, they probably will send out a representative from the housing authorities to inquire, are you doing good, are you able to make your payments, is they're concerned about you making your payments, your portion of the payments. And if you're really really struggling, they can offer you some programs. Those people, the Salvation Army people, Catholic Church, a lot of people have a lot of programs out there to help veterans. And even if you're a veteran, there's some churches you can go to, and if you're under your religious beliefs, and you can inquire help. Um, Oh, Wealth Talk Productions all up in the house. Salute, salute. Welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome. Good person, good person. Luscious Journey hooked me up with this brother. And yeah, so I'm giving everybody shouts out. I don't care how long it is, because I want you up and running as well. I want you getting getting the love. So yeah, again, everybody, if you have any questions and you don't want to put them in the comments, my email's down below. It's the Seattle Black Vet at Gmail, BLKVET at Gmail. Please drop me that, and please hit the like button and subscribe. Um, I tell you, you guys bring me on here, I appreciate it. And I want to make sure I keep bringing you content, and I will keep looking up. We're looking at the essence of a system. We go, do it care for us, or is the system full of crap and it needs an overhaul, right? Um, yeah, it's full of crap and needs overhaul. It still needs work. It still needs work. Um, One of the things they did do, which I thought was pretty cool, and I was talking to somebody about this, and maybe Katie can contest to this, is that I have volunteered the Salvation Army through the years. Um, Through the years to help use my truck to get families furniture when needed. You go, girl, and that is so true. And you guys, I know you probably think of Salvation Army as those cats in front of the store in Christmas ringing bells, but they are a lot more than that. And I would honestly tell you guys, and this is why I say for every veteran issue, there is a program to help. Just like everything, you have to seek in order to find. And this is why we're doing the channel here, because we want to cut your frustrations down, and we want to get you um, get you your mind at ease, and just let you know, okay? And I sincerely mean this from my heart. You're not by yourself. You're not. All you have to do is knock, and the doors will be open. But like we say, we're gonna bring you to um, everything we can get you. But like you said, you're gonna have to say, that's interesting. And just like Vanessa Kitty was talking about a minute ago, um, back pains. So if we're talking about back pains, and you're out there in pain, you understand this. It affects you mentally. Okay, not just physically, but it affects you mentally. All right. So in order to have peace of mind, you have to get that pain taken care of. So you got to seek that. Look at it as like a toothache, dude. That's some pain, and your patients are very little, and it's understandable. Um, and we understand it. A lot of my brothers and sisters, we are still having psychological issues to our extent, and so you're not by yourself. You're loved, um, and you're not alone. Uh, it may seem like you're not getting the love and attention, but um, yeah, it's and every time I say that, it makes me think about now because 4,000 veterans on the streets of LA. That's a lot. And they're trying to get these gentlemen and these ladies into a home. And I sincerely hope if you have children that you're reaching out to me, reaching out to some of the good content creators who are on this page here to help you or help guide you into a place where you can get shelter for you and your kids. That's important, very important. There's programs out here now um, to whereas we're getting together as veterans so we can help um, other veterans who left behind their children. So children left behind by other veterans and they don't have a mother to go to. They're going to need the mentorship and the love and the understanding. And I think one of the best places to get it from some veterans who are ready to rock and roll like that. I think that's very cool. I think that's very important. And I think that's a good thing to help out the youth to get actually an understanding, what was going on, and let them know that, honestly, the VA ain't is not all that bad, but oh boy, and George, boy, we tell you though. And Kitty, next time I see you, you got to be my mod. I know you're just gonna be my girl hanging out in the back. And please get a channel up, Kitty, so I can get over there and everybody else because I know you're probably something you don't want to do. But if you did it, I would love to be over there supporting you and giving you the love and the flowers that you deserve because you put out some great content. And each and every one of you guys, well, talk. Thank you, brother, for showing up here. I appreciate you guys. Even if you slide in and dip, thank you for the love. And if you have conversations that you would like or questions that you would like of me, please, by all means, ask the questions because I get motivated when I hear things from you guys here. So that's the email from the VA mentor, etc. All right, Kitty, I know you're probably talking to everybody. I'm gonna try to keep up with you, girl, because you're on point. But yeah, guys and girls, like I was saying in the beginning, thank you again for your love and your support. And I honestly, from sincerely, want you to do good. And my farmer, I appreciate you, my brother, farmer freelance. I appreciate you as well. Mean support. I get him in my comments, and I remember rapping to him from Canada, and he just really intrigued me because he's stepping into some things that I haven't even thought about. Is how is my fellow comrades across the border doing? And see what their plights are too. Because honestly, um, I hope to meet some more people. From Canada, and I'm gonna log on to their page. So, brother freelance format, if you run across or anybody you want to shoot them over or shoot me over to them, I'll go over and check them out because it'd be good to hear their side and what's going on. And I think it would be a cool collab to do with another gentleman from another country who's serving in the armed forces as well. I think that would be bomb. So, it's always here that I like what my man Magnum says. He says I can relate to you because of having the sleeping issues, and how to deal with them, and getting out of the military, how that adjustment was. Um not having your guys. Now he told me something that I didn't think about is my guys, when you get out, they're like, where's my dude? You know, like, you left us. What happened, homie? You supposed to be here with us. Um, oh, right on. I've replaced my leather work part, tool parts today. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? And I'm glad you said this, Vanessa, because what I want you guys to look at too is this. Like my man was telling me, what he was going through. And obviously I was going through the same, the house creeping and all that. I would like to know from each and every one of you, when you get in those situations to where, it's kind of agitating or whatever, what other things have you found that you enjoy doing that helps take your mind away from all of that? Um, the videos, I said, I'm going to do this to help fellow veterans. And I enjoy the fact that some of my people are coming back to me and telling me that they appreciate me coming on here. I want to let you know I appreciate you as well. And always on my channel, you will be treated with respect, love, and we will try to get to the bottom of, try to help you drop some breadcrumbs to get you to where you need to be, a place at peace. Joe, man, I haven't seen him since the 9 hour, and I got to pull him back up. Good guy. He retired Marines. Has a good whiskey collection. Can tell you everything about whiskey. Not that if you're an alcoholic, please forgive. But if you're not, and you can do it socially, I do it socially. So if you're not, um, don't go that way. But there's a lot of people on here. Luscious Journey, and a lot of people from her channel, Garden TV, Micro Farmer, they do gardening. I think that is a beautiful thing of meditating, and getting away from everything and focusing on what you're doing in your own space and being proud of your accomplishments in your garden. And you can take that food from the dirt to your plate. And a lot of the content creators I met from Luscious Journey, even former freelance, he can tell you he's a good guy as well. But check out these guys' channel, because I always say this: sleep. I slept 2 hours Wednesday after 9 hours show. Been awake since then, exhausted. Kidding, you killing me, girl. Because I was with you on it. I was tore up on it. I was like, oh God. And it took me actually 2 days before I can get some sleep. So you get some sleep, sweetheart, and take it easy on yourself, because I need you here. I really do. I need you in this stratosphere with me, because you, Joe, all you military guys, especially you, Kitty, you guys bring some really qualified stuff. And my man, former freelance, man, brother, man, the love you give just by your kind words. I'm so cool with that. And I really appreciate you for that. And you're one of the people that helps keep me going as well. Yeah, drinking water. I hear you, because I have to stop, and I couldn't drink no beer, man. I was like, I got to take my medications and get some water in me. And I said, I can't eat out for a couple of days, because I go there and I'll have a couple of drinks. So yeah, I had to cool it out. But you guys having me here is what's cool, and I appreciate it. And I like to expound, and I like for anybody else, if you want to expound on what you have experienced or whatever, I mean, please do. Um, we're going to get it up. So what we're going to do, Kitty, we're not going to go on the 9 hours tonight. I need to do another stream like that. But Kitty, please, if you get a chance, I know, you're not, you do what you do, and I don't want to put you out here or anything, but I would love to keep you rolling with me, you, especially freelance farmer, farmer freelance. I'm so sorry. I keep just messing up everybody's name. It's dyslexic with me. So I apologize. But no, we got to keep you in there, because we're going to bring some serious topics up. I think probably tomorrow, because I'm going to do some more research. And okay, you're gonna hang in the chat. Okay, I appreciate it. Well, no worries. You always welcome up and hang in here as long as you want to. And hit me with a conversation you like a brother to talk about, and I'm gonna do some work on it. I still have to look for Magnum's 10% for his child, but I believe he told me that he's going to go in. He has a CNP coming up pretty soon. So I'm hoping if his CNP will help bring him to another level. So maybe he can have more to come at me with. Like, because I know if he's at 10 and he does a CNP and I think if it works out right, he should go to 30. And then once he gets to 30, we're talking about free hospital visits and free, is it 30 or 50? It's free hospital visit and free medications. But either way, his um, he should have a certain life insurance that's already put in there too. But yeah, Kitty, I appreciate you. Even if you want to hang in the chat, I appreciate it. It's really cool. Peter Investments up in here. Salute, brother. Salute. Peter Investments in the house. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for showing up. Giving the brother some love in here. We still getting our long chats on here, but we're just talking about people keeping the faith and understanding what the VA system is about. Do your due diligence with the VA. And like I say, and I don't want to sound like, they're the worst people, but dude, they done some people dirty. And they've done some people dirty in the past. And we talk about coming out of World War II, how the people of color were actually put in a position where they couldn't. You are very welcome, my brother, very welcome. Put in a position where they couldn't buy homes. They weren't told the full 411 of what's going on. And so even now in this position here, now I forgot to tell you this because I want to give you the full 411. If a person happens to use the VASH HUD, which is a Section 8, and say they're only making 70%, they can still get put into a home. It's 50%. You can still get a studio if you're by yourself. If you got kids, they'll help you get in there. Now, understand this. When you move from the small place and you go into and have VASH Hub help you, they will pay for you to move in there. They will pay for your down payment. I believe there's no down payment. Double check me on that. Depends on where you are, okay? But double check me on that. They will get your down payment and you can move in. Now, after a year, you can move anywhere in the country and still have their assistance. Say if you want to live in Seattle, you want to go to Arizona, you will have to be though. You will be in charge or paying for the move and the down payment if you move. Okay, so those two things you'll be ready. You're gonna have to pay for. All right, now dig this though. Say you're at 30 or 40% or 50%, and you are still fighting to get your increase. All right, you can still go get your increase, and you can still be paying the same rent that you were paying when you got your 50. All right. And the reason why I say this is because when I went from 90 to 100, I was paying my rent like that. So definitely check that out. If you know anybody who is not in a house, they're not sleeping in the house, they got their kids or whatever, go to the county housing authorities, get yourself into a place where they can have you and your kids if you have that. And just be cognizant and diligent. Do not give up. Katie said it took her 16 years. Pardon me, throat's getting bad here. It took her 16 years. It took me about that almost 30. Right? And that's fighting through all the gosh darn red tape and the BS. But don't let people take you out of pocket. And always remember this. Remember this. The VA, the Congress is supposed to be in charge of the VA. So if you're having issues, uh, you want to drop your congressman a letter. And hopefully he'll, respond to you and get back with you. But, bring those, like, because I got to bring up a legitimate issue is with the glasses and the, I can let them go with the teeth right now because it probably backed up, but they send the glasses to you. They don't send them to your guy. He doesn't check them on you. So now you're walking around with, well, actually, these are pretty good. I have to give them credit for that. But, the letter that comes with the glasses says, if you are having trouble with how your glasses fit or how they seem on your face, your vision, please consult your optometrist at the VA to set up an appointment to have them look at you and your glasses. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Salute the state. is that allows a 50 or 80% rating composition. So a disabled rating, so a 50 to 80 will get you what, a free doctor. Is that free doctor visit? Having a large wait list in Connecticut for Section 8. Yeah, yeah. And Los Angeles is having that same issue too. Um, they're having it, it's big time, it's backed up, and then the red tape that they're having just to getting facilities to put people in. So, very great point, Stephen. As a kid, you always make me think about this, and I was just looking at that, because Los Angeles, now the red tape that they're trying to jump through to get, they got the property, now it's getting the places to build up on that. And for me, honestly, I think if they get them, it can be very successful. It can be very successful. The challenge is going to be, what is it? Yeah, you're gonna have to keep doing your doctor stuff, especially at 50 to 80. You're gonna have to keep doing your doctor stuff, especially if you're service connected, may cause a secondary injury. So, yeah, guys, some places the program is moving faster. Yeah, Connecticut has a program for homeless too, for the homeless veterans too. Yeah, and Washington State is definitely like that. And people say Texas really takes good care of their veterans. I would say Washington State has been very good at doing that compared to Southern California. And maybe if anybody's in Southern California disagree, please let me know. But I was down there, and it was like, I think the further you are away from base or military, sometimes you don't really get taken care of. But it's really interesting because in Loma Linda, California, which is like a 7 day Adventist town, really good food down there too, though, may I add. Um, the VA there, I think it's a Jerry Pettis or something. It's Jerry Pettis Hospital. It used to have Norton Air Force Base, and March Air Force Base was in full effect over there. And but since the downsizing, Norton closed. March Air Force Base is a reserve base, and but they still have a beautiful cemetery that's across the freeway from March Air Force Base, and it's for veterans. And if you're a veteran and you can still golf, they have good golf courses for you as a veteran. So yeah, check out and always do your due diligence. A lot too long ago, they started really chastising a lot of people who were working in the VA because a lot of people in the VA at that time, I won't say all, had the attitude of, well, before you can fire me, it's going to be hell and high water. You got 3 steps to go through and a union to deal with. So now it's coming down to the mistreatment of veterans. And then most of that came through the fact that veterans were not getting their appointments as soon as they were supposed to get the appointment. So veterans were passing away before they were even getting their appointments seen. So that has changed immensely. I don't know everywhere. And like Kitty says, um, some places they're really backed up in. And Massachusetts has it in East Town. Must help provide housing for homeless veterans and their families and surviving spouses. You know what? And I think that's pretty cool that they make these town. But I think the county in that town should be responsible as well. But yeah, East Town, and that will get you pretty close to your elected officials there, because in East Town you have city council members, and these questions will be addressed, and city council members don't want that question. They don't. That's just too much smoke for them. So they kind of, they don't want to, jump all off into that. But yeah, so guys and girls, just take care of yourself and know that not only me, you got Vanessa Kitty in here, my brother, former freelance. I'm so sorry, brother. I am going to stop messing up my brother's name because my attention span is so. There's a great former freelance. Thank you, brother, for always being here. Um, and Kitty, my girl, thank you so much. You were wonderful. And I'm blessed to have you guys on here. So, and everybody else who stopped through, God bless. Kitty, we're gonna make it an early one tonight. I hope that's cool with you. I gotta make sure we hit everything, but oh, here we go. Hold up. Social Security first SSDI payment, etc., acts the same way for applying to. Seems like they take folks forever. You are not lying about that. You are so because and so this is what I'm dealing with. So I had to bring it to you guys too, since Kitty brought it up, and this is true. Okay, so when I first lost everything, I applied for Social Security SSI, and I wasn't qualified for that. So when I finally got to 100, and like Kitty said, it takes forever jumping through all the bull crap. We finally get to 100, then you go, okay, and everything I have is can say go SSDI. Even some of my friends SSDI. So you go on Seattle, you go on this BS line. It tells you to apply for security, but they don't tell you pretty much you're applying for SSI. And so Social Security disability insurance will give you it because your disability. Social Security insurance gives it you, and you get a certain age or whatever. Then you can go ahead and collect that insurance. All right. So I filled that paperwork out. So now here we are. My disability rating of government entire back to 94, as mentioned above. A blessing. There you go. So um, I call the Social Security. And this young man's on the line telling me, "Yo, you're not gonna get it. You can't get this. You can't." I'm like, "Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about." So as of right now, my attorneys and I are working to get this issue resolved. Now, for anybody who's actually dealing with SSDI Social Security. Oh yeah, I haven't seen him at all today. At all. You're right. So next time you see him, tell him we're looking for him. So if you are in this situation, attorneys are like this. Pretty much they want you to apply first and get turned down. In Washington, it's almost a guarantee that you will get turned down twice, if not three times, before maybe you can get accepted, which is to me is garbage. So when you apply, the attorneys want to know, well, did you apply and how long? Because what's happening with that is attorneys are going to get a certain percentage of your back pay. And the maximum up here, I think, is $6,000 for the back pay. All right. So pretty much we'll see. I'm gonna tell you how much the work is on you as a person, and how much your attorney does. And the reason why I say this too is because when I had my representative that was helping me supposed to get to my percentage, they were slipping, and I didn't find out until the VA told me. Isn't that some stuff, right? So they didn't tell me that they were slipping. They told me that this is the paperwork I needed to fill out, and it's important because if I pass away of my service-connected injuries, my loved ones will get taken care of. Right, right. And these clowns wasn't telling me this. So yeah, my mother fought for 5 years with Social Security. Good Lord. Oh, good Lord. I got my award by the phone call of that Social Security officer case, work cast mass sick week after applying. Wow. Wow. And I have to say that too, though, because I'm actually going into 2.5 years. Yeah, 2.5 years. So, and I understand this too. Now, tell them, Kitty, 2.5 years or the 3 years, you get back pay from that. But geez, man, all the suffering to get the money that you're owed, that you have paid into. And understand this for your Social Security guys and girls. Don't wait for 5 to 10 years for you not to be working before you apply for this, because you stack up work points with the Social Security, and it's how much you've worked full time. And then they're looking at how much you were getting paid, because it's how much you're supposed to have been putting into your Social Security system. So, and definitely, guys and girls, I'm telling you, look into that, because um I live in a senior community, and this is what I have learned. If you are not picking up, okay, one of my best friends, her parents live in a community where pretty much they don't have to shop. They get 3 meals cooked for them every day. They have activities for them to do. They're in a nice area where everything's pretty much there. All right. The one I lived in, okay, now that has assistant care, and they have people at the front desk to check you for the COVID. You sign in as a visitor, the whole 9 yards. One of the facilities I stayed in, it is basic, and I'm telling you all this because it's based on your income. All right. Now you can be in an income bracket, and it's not because you weren't working or whatever. People have disabilities and cut short of working, and their income drops down low. And that sometimes is not under your control. And that's understandable. But what I want you to do is your due diligence is this. So cautious with moving into any area, especially if you're going to live into a place and you're with a VASH HUD or whatever, the Section 8 people. Okay. And it is do a crime search. Do whatever city you are in, crimemaps.com, or this is crime maps in whatever, Seattle, Washington. And it's another people called neighborhood scouts that shows up pretty much at the top of a lot of these here. And neighborhood scouts, they put them in color, which ones are the most dangerous and which ones are not. So just because you're in a senior community don't mean you're going to be in a nice community, a nice area. You have to make sure that if you're moving into a place and you want to make sure you secure, have a place where you have a security lock on the door where you have to use a key fob, or hopefully you have a gate that you can get in, and it gives you a little sense of mind for security. Okay, so these things are important when you roll it like that. And understand when you're dealing with Social Security, and just like Kitty said, I'm doing on 2 years of dealing with this. Um, and especially if you are 100%, understand this. Just because you're 100%, a lot of people are not deserving of Social Security. Now, if you're PTIU, permanent total individual unemployable, it leans you more towards getting more favorable. Now, dig, since I suffer from severe neuropathy, that is one of the things on top of the other things that will make me eligible for it. But and understand this too, because of a lot of fraudulent behavior from people, PPP loans, unemployment. I've known people. Uh, my good friend, she works for the corporate for a restaurant chain, and there's people that have been saying that they're working, getting a paycheck, and then they tell the Social Security another thing, and they're getting a paycheck. All right. So all that's coming to a head. And then so Social Security's like, no, we're not going to play that. But Social Security in general is a bear to play with, especially if you're under 62. All right. Or under 60. You're going to be, wrestling with that monkey. I think it's maybe 65. So, but always look at that, guys, and be very cognizant of yeah, social security is different process, different rules, yeah, in different places. So and yeah, and if all has failed, you can get a hold of the lead office. We had a local office here, and nobody kept answering the recording for a long time. So you have to call the national office. I think the old place that runs Washington in order to get that. The guys and girls, we tell you this because we don't want you giving up. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on the fight. If you, like I say, if you have a family or if you're going through that, and understand, and I like what Kitty says, it's a lot of BS that you go through. And Peter Investment, thanks again, baby boy, for showing up. Appreciate you. Um, I see you out in these YouTube street too, Peter. I see you out there, brother. Um, but yeah, I understand this and know your rights, guys, and that's what I wanted to say. And I'm gonna have more content. We're gonna get into this when I get this other video to show, because I've had several other videos, and I want you guys to see these things because you might be experiencing some of these things, and I want you to know, what you have help. That's all I want you to know. You have help, and know that you're loved. Okay. And if I see you on the street, shake a hand, give me a hug, and if you want, we can sit down and have a bite to eat. We'll try to be as much as we can. Try to show you love, because in this world you get by with love. Um, Some of the things will piss you off and it will probably help motivate you, but the love will help give you the security knowing that you may, you're right. You need to get taken care of. You have these issues. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's get it done. So, to everybody who's still playing, running with the claims and the CNP exam, I'm gonna redo another video. We're gonna talk about CNP and Kitty. I need you here with me, dear heart, and we're gonna talk about um, oh, and I want you guys who come up, if you're new to the channel and you're serving, or if you even just civilian and you know people who had served and you're still rolling, rocking with them, please come up and give your perspective, especially wives. I need you wives up here and I need your ladies up here to put it in there. Just to serve and supporting content creator. You are the man. My man 100. Yeah, check out Peter. He's out here in the streets, and the brother's no joke, and I appreciate him. You got by with a little help from your friend. She ain't lying about that. That's Patty. She's been rocking with me. So and she's got military family. So yeah, Patty, whenever you come up, oh, and she's got this crazy cat here. So if you guys are cat lovers, King Bodine's gonna be having a channel pretty soon. Uh that's her cat. His name is Jethro, but I call him Bodine, Dukes of Hazzard, just Jethro Bodine. But cool little dude. He's knucklehead, but okay. Uses it for change direction on deep info as the Social Security and at the VA site. Uses to change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You change use it to change direct deposit for info as it says. Okay, thank you for giving that. Yeah, and guys and girls, please, if you have questions, drop them in the comments as well, and we're gonna try to fish them up and get you some good info and taken care of. And I want to get you guys right now, and I want to keep you guys right under my breast here, my bosom, because as we start to grow, I want to remember all you guys who who rock with me from the foundation and who show me love. And these guys are coming from a lot of people with page, lead attorney, the luscious journey, uh, Michael Farmer. Who else is out there? I'm on a lot of these guys' channel. Oh, blind guy and his wife. Love, nothing but love. Blessings to you. Blessing. You guys check out their channel. Two beautiful content creator. And you want to talk about a brother who doesn't have his sight, but he's making the best of his life. And he has a beautiful wife, and they rock. They're 100. And nothing but love to you both too. And I wanted to make sure I give you guys a shout out. Blind guy and his wife and their life. Blind guy, his wife, and their life. So check them out. Yeah, and all you guys coming from other channels who even just dip in and just show me some love. And this is what I like to do too, you guys. And one of the content creators, he hit me up in an email, and I hear he wasn't doing good. And if I don't hear from you guys, I like to drop in and just show you some love and see how you're doing. Just so I can say hi and you can tell me I'm doing fine, go kick rocks or whatever. But I want to let you know that we're here. And just like Patty says, you get by with a little help from your friends. And she's been a real good friend to mine. And she sees all the stuff that I've been going through. And having somebody who understands and who will be in your corner and help you fight, that's always mentally, and it's really cool. And like I said, I just want to be here to help you guys. And so understand your process here. Whether you're doing claims right now, we want you to focus on staying busy with your health and document. And so once you file a claim, and so this is how it worked even for Vanessa, Kitty, and I. You probably filed a claim, and they were sleeping on your claim for years, for years, for years, for years, and then they finally, the philosophy of the hospital wants to turn around and go, oh, and this is what they said to me, not verbatim, is, oh, we're sorry, we screwed up, we weren't giving you the proper stuff that you needed to get taken care of. Now, another thing that pisses me off with the VA is this. Let me give you the scenario. If you have an accident and the person gets hurt, you're gonna have to pay to get all their stuff fixed for your insurance, and then you're gonna have to pay for pain and suffering for this person if you were totally negligent. So with a VA, even after Katie and I, okay, you get all this back pay, but that's money they should have been paying you a long time ago. What about the pain and suffering? Yeah, they're not giving you none of that money, right? So I was about to say, and they want to talk to you and treat you like you should be lucky or happy. No, go kick rocks with that. Be lucky or happy. You know, the bittersweet with the military or having this disability and be 100% individual unemployable. Uh, um, the problem is, like I say, you're limited to work. Yeah, you can get hospital and all that, but you're supposed to. They hurt you, right? What the hell? So this is what I say to you guys: stay strong, man. Stay in it. Don't let these chumps make you back up out of it. And I can understand. And I have to say this. And the reason why I have to say this is because it's showing love. Um, and this kind of pissed me off too. Is that I've met people who served and some were lesbians, and it doesn't matter, but they were treated not like a person when they went to the VA. I met a person, um, highly decorated sailor in the Navy. Went through everything to get all what this person needed. This person is um, trans, I want to say, but a beautiful person, both of them. Both of them. I've ran into people of different nationalities, different sex orientation, different beliefs of what their religion is, but they are veterans. And just because all of that is gone, you are a veteran and you are deserving of the benefits that you need, and you should not have to suffer while you are in the process of getting your rightfully benefits, and your kids, both of them. And if anything happens to you, your people should be receiving that, and that is your job to make sure they get that. So you get your burial stuff from them when you're 100 or 90 or 100, and get that stuff taken care of and in order in case something does. All right. Spend that time thinking and focusing on making sure that your family is going to be on point when something happens to you, unfortunately. And we don't think about that until, you're, I hope not until you're 50. You're getting up there. I'm 56. All right. 58, I'm lying. All right. 1991 to 94, no pay from the VA, the military, and only rated us at a 10% service connected disability, which is $0. A 10% is bubblegum money. I remember when I was first getting to 10%, it's bubblegum money. It's like what I say by that is, you go get a tank. Well, now, shoot, you get a tank of gas, a six pack of beer, and if you smoke cigarettes, you're done, right? You can get that money gone. That's just how it rocks out. So just be cognizant of that and don't give up. Uh, Keep shooting, because if you're at 10%, um, it must mean that unless they come up with, you have a simple issue, it's going to get better. And that's why I say, look at this. The chain of effects. Your feet get bad, so that means you're going to be walking different, like having a rock in your shoe. And if you do that for so long, you're going to start walking different. It's going to mess up your back. All right. So if your feet come there and your back comes there, and now you're stressing, you're depressed because your feet went bad. Now you're back. Now, how are you going to work? How are you going to play with your kids? How are you going to go to work and at the front and try to deal with all your pain and try to get a promotion? How do you do it? Right. So these knuckleheads need to be taking care of you. Right. And you stop playing around. Who's that up? IP2 always wins. Mr. IP2, welcome. Welcome, sir. I hope you're doing wonderful. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. I hope we can bring you some content that will help you, or if you're enjoying the time with us. It's a blessing to have you on here. Nuts, that's no less than 10% of zero, and 10% is a paid amount. Um, High grit rates less than 10% after mess from a commander. Yeah, 10% to me. Well, let's just say, I say secretary if I defend that. 10% to me is it is a jump off, and stay on top of it. There are 30%, I mean almost 30 years. Almost 30 years, and they didn't even give me nothing past 10%. It took them until I think it was 2018 for them to even say, uh, what did they tell me? Oh, you're getting depressed more. And I said, hell yeah, I'm not getting the help. So that depression went up to 70, right? And so, with the new math, 30 and 30 for each legs and 70 for the brain, that only equates up to 90. Oh, and then the 10% that was way back that I was getting nothing for. Yeah. So, and I'm going to tell you guys, the most frustrating thing is, to me, was having somebody in my face laughing about, oh, I got 100, and wouldn't tell me anything. Wouldn't even ask me, hey, so what you going through? What's up? And it was some content creators I ran into online. Um, and I got to remember the brother's name, but I know, I want to say Dwayne was one of them. I forget Dwayne's name because I've been to his site lately, and I apologize, brother, even though I'm subscribed to his site. Um, but I'm always kind of cautious about pointing you guys in a direction to where like a representative are telling you exactly, because I've had some bad run-ins with some representatives that were not representing me correctly. And this is why I strongly, 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 strongly talk to you guys about knowing about you. And it can be frustrating. Please believe me. Um, I'll tell you my bad incident I ran into, and I'll tell you how I took care of it. So the bad incident was when this neuropathy really started kicking in. I had to quit college. I lost my job, and I couldn't sleep for 3 days. Um, so my doctor, primary doctor, was very on it. He was very out, and I'm gonna check you out. But so this was really causing me to go into a depression mode, and I was about to get really upset. So I went in and I talked to these doctors and said, "Hey, I need to talk to somebody because this neuropathy is driving me up the wall." They started talking to me as if I was lying to them. They started talking to me as if I was a fool. We want to bring you in here. We want you to start thinking about nice places to be. We want you focusing on colors. I said, you look at here. I'm in pain. Until you get this pain under control, I'm not focusing on nothing, but somebody's about to get it. And I mean it for real. And so their thing is, my thing is, don't act up with your words. Let your words speak for you, and let your words bring it. So I put up with this for 2 weeks, well, a week. Okay. But now this one doctor who's not in my circle of doctors decided to change my medication without informing my primary doctor. Now, understand this, in the VA, since you got all these different things, you got back pain, you got prosthetics, you got mental, primary care, vision, dentist, you got an MRI, surgeries, emergency room, you got all these guys in one place. So your record should be in one system. And if any doctor's looking at you, they should be looking at your records before they decide to do anything with what your primary doctor decided to do. All right. Now, if I'm in pain, I'm seeking mental. Okay. So what happened was they sent me down to labs. Lab says we're going to run a test. So they came back in their infinite wisdom and put it out on paper. There is nothing wrong with you. This is just your diabetes that are causing you this problem. So now dig. This was after I have already received my rewards letter. They gave me my back pay, and I got this paper saying, no, this is what the deal is. So I went in the next day and I said, I need to talk to this doctor's supervisor. This little clown woman came in front of me and went back and talked to this doctor and told her I need to talk to her supervisor. She comes back and goes, well, did she ask if you want to talk to her? And I'm like, I'm in my mind, did I ask to talk to her? But no, I smiled and said, no, cool. I just need to talk to her supervisor. So now they're in there stressing, right? So I get to a supervisor and I said, look, my stepfather, one of them, he ran for Congress not too long ago. I used to have his pen on my hat. I lost it. But he told me, keep this pen, this congressman's pen, and people will know that you're not playing. So I showed him because I told him, I said, my dad asked me to talk to you. I said, because your doctors have done this. They changed my medication arbitrarily. They're saying that the settlement that I have and I went through for almost 30 years with this problem and does not exist. And here's the paperwork. Oh, he turned around and said, here is my private number. Tuck this away. You have any more problems, you call me. Right? Okay, so here we go. Now dig. Hey, there he is, the first Magnum. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Salute, sir. Salute. Welcome, brother. I'm glad you caught us because we was about to pill up out of here, me and Miss Kitty. She's been hanging tough with her brother. Uh, good to see you, though, sir. Good to see you. Good evening. Good evening to you. So, after talking with this doctor and everything, and this is how I know the word got out because now they're going to send me to a pain clinic. Now, the pain clinic, I think, is designed for two purposes. One, to weed you out because it's 1 day a week for 4 weeks, and it's not on the weekend, right? So you got to work this out with your job if you have a job, and then you go there. So I get into this pain clinic, and this dude first jumps up and says, I want to let you know from the beginning. This is why I tell you guys to listen. If you have neuropathy, you will have it for the rest of your life. It is not going away. Okay. He says, so you can go and tell anybody that you know in the Congress or whatever. And so that's when I know my word got out. I ain't mad as long as he knows. You ain't gonna sit here and talk crap to me. And the thing is, take notes yourself. And even after you finish a doctor's appointment, and if you feel something's up, get your camera out, take a video, and say you don't feel right about a certain incident and you need to clarify that. So that's when you roll out and catch us over here in the YouTube street. You can ask that question and we'll try to bump it to you and get you some knowledge that's going to get you taken care of. But closed mouths don't get fed. So, you got to be seeking that information if you want to move out of your situation. Now, understand that 10% or 30%, that's, some cheese money. But you have to look at the long run and the big picture too. And as you go through your percentage ratings, make sure you are aware of each of your benefits and you conquer those. Okay, so after talking with these people here, I know that they got my word out. I got with my primary care doctor because I said she arbitrarily changed my medication and he was pissed off as well. Right. So I went from 1 gabapentin a day to 12 a day. And that's to keep the pain off of me. You dig? So when we're rapping about what's really going on, and I want you in the full gear with that, and get on it. Oh yeah, first Mac, and you got to hang out with me too because one of my people was saying, man, he got a nice voice, man. I said, man, let me tell him that brother, he's smoother than me. No, you see, they was giving you love, brother. They was giving you love. So, but this is why I say that every road is not going to be the same and it's not going to be smooth, but you got to keep up the fight. It doesn't, um, because these are your rights and you deserve it. And so now I'm really concerned about, having this really backup and people who are on the streets in LA, for 4,000 people on the street of LA who are homeless veterans. And so I got to really look into that because I'm curious about that as well. Uh, about having that looked at. Let me see here. I'm gonna keep throwing you guys up here. Here's Kitty. I was on 36 milligrams per day, 3,600 milligrams per day. The oldest suitor took 1 milligram, 100 milligrams, and she's in a coma for these days. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Oh man, yeah, sorry to hear that. These medications too, guys, and this is why I try to, kind of. I say this because, and I say this again because I've had more than one veteran. I'm not taking these medication. This stuff is crazy. This stuff, I'm like, I hear you on it. I hear you. I took metformin, and that was not working for me. Come to find out, I'm allergic to that metformin because it was just given. It was just doing some really bad internal stuff to me. So what I say is, ask yourself, and even ask your spouse, when you take this medication, does it seem like it's working for you? And if it is, but you don't like the side effects, get back with your doctor because there's more than one way to get there. There's more than one remedy to get there. And that's a conversation you're going to have to really, really work with your doctors about. I'm down to now to 600 tabs 3 times a day. Oh, 6 milligram tabs 3 times a day. I hear you on that one. Yeah, I'm shaking them up, and I gotta do my and that's why, Kitty, you're gonna be my girl, so you gotta make sure you stay healthy out there because we're gonna need a lot of info that you have, and we gotta get you some sleep here. And it's so good to see you, Magda, and there's some girls saying hi, Kitty, for hi, Magnum, right on. It's good to see you guys on board on deck here. I need you guys. Okay, so this is why I say when you deal with problems, sometime just listen. Um, and when you get out of a place, where's my GoPro? I used to carry my little GoPro camera, and I get out and I let them know. Yeah, every time I get out of a hospital meeting, I record it because I'm doing a YouTube, and they don't want to. I don't think nobody want to get shade like that on them. So um, you do, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and record that. Even if you have a personal doctor and you don't want to do with the VA doctor, the Nexus Lexus, the Nexus letter, look that up. It'll tell you what it needs to do, what it needs to pertain from your doctor when you are going to use that to file a claim. Now, understand this too while we're talking real quick on claims. You'll get the file, the intent to file a claim. In the intent, they will send you paperwork for you to file the claim. So pretty much once your intent to file a claim gets started, that's where your pretty much back pay will get started. Don't start meds or stop them willy-nilly. That is true too. With medications, you build up a tolerance. If you stop taking it, the tolerance, I mean, you'll build up where the medication will help you. If you stop taking it, then you're going to be having to start building it back up, that particular amount in your system. And I'll give you a prime example. And Kitty, Vanessa Kitty is a 100 on this. Is when I did a 9 hour, I wasn't planning to do it, but you beautiful people were here. So I'm like, okay, you got to rock with my people here. And Magnum giving good questions. My girl was on here. I forget her name, but she was on it giving good questions. Magnum, I'm going to bring you up in a minute, brother. Don't go nowhere. Uh, uh, they were asking good questions. So yeah, but those things help you go. And I want to keep you guys asking those questions and hopefully getting answers for you. And Magnum, I'm still working on your question. When you come up, we'll talk about that. But yeah, medications, please don't stop taking them. And this is why I say, even when you are 100%, you're not done. No way. You still got to see your doctors if you're on medications for special mental illness. And that is a lot of what's going on in the military a lot. So please do not stop taking your medications. If you're taking them and they're feeling a certain way or they're making you feel a way that's not comfortable, consult your doctor so he can work with you on it. I call my doctors my team. That means my team is we are all in the same. They're going to tell me from their professional perspective what I should be doing, where I'm at, and how to get there. They are going to help you establish a baseline of the medications. But understand, once you get established, they're not going to call you every day and ask you all this. You're going to have periodical appointments. But just because you don't get a call all day does not mean that you should not take your medications. So when I stayed up for the 9 hour, I didn't take one of the medications. It was cool. But when I get out 3 days out of range with no medication, then I really start knowing it. And you really don't want to dibble dabble in that, guys and girls. You want to be out there taking care of yourself. And just like I say, just because you at 100, there's more life insurance that you can get from the VA when you get 100% PNT. It takes 5 doses of COVID vaccine in June. Oh, good Lord, bless your heart. I think 3 shots for me and all the other stuff. But yeah, with your medications, like I say, always consult your doctors. I don't ever want to stand in that, but I strongly suggest, and I have to do the same thing. Um, is take my medication. I was slipping for a while here, but the 9 hours helped me not even want to drink, and I had to drink a lot of water, and that helped me out. And so I'm gonna gear up though. Oh, tomorrow, guys and girls, if it is not raining over here in Seattle, which I don't think it will be, I am going to take us to the Space Needle. And we're going to go around and show you what's up, but we're going to talk veteran things. But I'm going to give you more than just this studio for the background. And hopefully at the Space Needle, I won't be losing a lot of always my phone always freezes up and I don't know why that is. So if it works out cruddy, I'll just shoot it with my GoPro and we'll get it on there either way. But we'll talk. And I want you to see a little about what's going on up here. So if you ever come up here and I see you, we can go and do some things. Filing the claim, you can go get help from the VA benefits advisor director too. And they will GI you through firm step by step with you. And see, thank you so much. Okay, so if anybody's on there filing claims, this is going to be the start before you get your CNP exam. But this is great info. Um, and uh, and that's good. That is great that somebody can walk you through it step by step. These guys who I've dealt with, but I'm not going to talk back because I'm a lifetime member of those guys now, and they're the DAV. Okay, so a little bit of shade, but this is what it is. Talk to them about filing an intent. They hear so much about it, they will know automatically if you have a viable claim. But it's always good to get a representative. Once they felt this, they helped me fill out an intent to file. Basically, they sent the paperwork to me and told me to fill it out. Then I have to call them and ask them what's so important, what are all this that I need to know. Then they told me this real quick before they got off the phone. So it's good that the kitty says that they can walk you through it step by step. That's what you need. So they didn't want no people just going to get you off the phone real quick. And so once you get that, the VA will send you your paperwork to file the claim. You'll get the paperwork to file the claim. They'll actually fill it out. I called my representatives, and like Katie said, which is really good. Let me go back to this here step by step. I want you guys to see this. Is that you're going to need somebody to help walk you through it. They're going to tell you step by step, and it's not going to be that difficult. The most thing is difficult is making sure you have all your medical paperwork in line, all your paperwork that you're going to need to help you open it, get that claim going. Never knew I could apply and reopen a claim to ask for a first change in rating. Yes, this is true. You can do that, file and reopen a claim. Exactly. Especially if you're not getting your where you are. I would say this too, though, guys and girls, is if you are this is just my opinion. Okay, you guys can use it. If you are 100% P&T, and especially if you PTIU, there's no need to go back and file another claim if you're already at 100. There are certain things in the SMC. I think it is. Correct me, Vanessa Kitty. I know I'm wrong. It's SMC or CMS. That you can stack on top of that. But if you go poking the bear, and especially for people who say, well, I'm at 100 now, I'm not going to see my doctors ever again. Okay. I wouldn't recommend that, but okay. Because They can be looking at that. Oh, you filed a claim. What about this right here? When you go to the CNP, they're going to ask you about that particular claim that you currently have. And are you following your doctor's orders? Are you taking your medications? Are you trying to get better? And if all that's, well, no. And you're messing around at 100% and you're going to poke the bear, you can get some stuff slapped away from you. So be very cautious of that, guys and girls, and don't do it. Make sure your civilian doctors know what the VA doctors and vice versa are doing as well. That's 100% true. Um, communicate with your personal doctor, but yeah, you have to have you guys have to be in sync with each other. So right, Kitty, on that. You have to be in sync with each other and you have to talk with each other because like I say, one of my best friends, she has a representative, a doctor who was here and another doctor that was in another space. And they were ping ponging her about, you need to get this appointment with that guy first, and then we can see you over here. This guy was never setting up appointments that went with the other appointments. So she finally ended up getting that taken care of, which I thought was, a pile of bull crap that they centered through it. But this is what I say about the VA. Everybody's there. Everybody's right there. And if you got a doctor who's doing something private, he might work even better for you and he can relay that to your VA doctor. So there's more evidence backed up. And the Nexus letter, you will probably need it from your primary care doctor if he's not a VA doctor. Okay. If he's a private doctor. So be cognizant of that too. And if you got a private doctor, I would say this as well. If you got a private doctor and you got 30% or 50%, I don't know why you're not going to the VA and get your free medication. So that's one way, guys. Yes, okay. The VA, those VA benefits, average advisors are for all of the benefit programs as well. DSC, VO, yeah. Um, we did talk about the vocal rehab. Now, this is the cool thing, guys. And Magnum, you might want to do this as well if you haven't took advantage of your GI Bill. Um, if you go into your C&P and you get a raise in your rating, you can apply for Chapter 31, which is the VNRE. They changed the name, but the letters are still the same. It's vocational rehab and employment. They changed it a little bit, but you can go to those guys there or call up to your VA vocational rehab or call the VA, and ours a federal building. And they will see, are you eligible? Once you increase your rating, you're eligible for up to a year. All right. So if you get an increased rating today, from today to this time next year, you can apply for Chapter 31, and that's through the VNRE. Okay. Now, dig. When you apply for this Chapter 31 VNRE, they will send you a person who is going to send you through some tests. All right. The tests are going to consist of math, one of them, your ability of math. And I'll tell you about that in a second. And then they're going to send you a reading and comprehension portion of the test. Then there's a bubble sheet. Well, this is what is up in Seattle. It may differ in your area. But then there's a bubble sheet that goes over like 310 things. And they're not questions. They're just trying to see what you like. What kind of do you like photography? Do you like microphone? Do you like audio visual? You're going to be getting these things, right? So at the end of it all, they're going to get all this information as well as your VA information to see if they can put you in a place to work. All right. Now, for me, with my medications that I take, they rack me out. I'm out pretty much all day. And in order for me to take my medications and all that on time, I only can probably work 4 hours. So therefore, the VNRE says, well, man, we don't think you can do this. But once they do the evaluation, they will put you in jobs that you are skillfully qualified for. And so I would say this, guys. Say if you get your VA benefits rating moved up, all right. Now you're qualified for retaking a school. I would say this, man. Get them to put you in a trade school that you've already been to and checked out. They have VA counselors on the trade school campuses that will be there to help you, especially if you are disabled. Professor Black Ops, I don't know, he's never been my channel probably, but he works with veterans and he works with them in a technical way. So Professor Black Ops, okay, he works with them in a technical way, and he tries to get them in a position where all their benefits are being taken care of. As a disabled veteran, do you know in the college, if you have a certain disability, that they can put you desk, chair, give you extra time on a test, have you already written notes that you, if you're not able to take them, that they will give the written notes to you. So go and learn a skill, because that is where VA is going to be trying to put you where your best skill is, where your best skills are. All right. So if you get that raise and they're going to help you get a job, and you want to get that IT college. And this is why I say it's important for people who are just getting out of the military. If you can afford it when you get in, buy you a car. Let them take that money out, because by the time you get out, and say if you're only gonna do 3 or 4 years, the car's paid for, and now you can get around. All right. So you got to be on top of that, guys and girls, and know how to take care of yourself. And these are the things that you're going to run into. So um, don't be embarrassed about seeking help and bringing out those questions here. I'm gonna bring you up for a second, brother. Anybody wants to get in here, because what is going on? We're gonna have 11. We're probably gonna push it probably until 11 o'clock. But you guys, here's the link if you want to come up, brothers. Oh, here's my man right here already. Let me bring you up in a second here. But yeah, guys, pay attention to that, and let me bring my man up here. Here we go. The first Magnum is in the house. Brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell
Good
everybody,
evening.
tell everybody who you are and what your channel's about, and give them that smooth Barry White voice so I can get some love for you over here. Go.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Salute to everybody in the chat. Thank you for having me on. Seattle Black Veteran, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here, and it means a lot to just be able to listen to the wisdom and all of the information pouring out from you and from your channel.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
I'm gonna be here for the long haul because, like I said, once you, I'll never forget that the night you said that you couldn't sleep. I was like, he gets it. And
You too.
I'll tell everybody that, like, that's why I'm rocking with you because he understood. Like, for you guys that can't sleep, I'm here. Like, I was like, oh man.
Oh, man. Hey, tell everybody what your channel's about, because I want them to know this, and I appreciate everything you say. I want them to know this because this brother is doing some really, to me, some impressive work. I'll say this because another brother is on the channel YouTube. Kwame Brown is really not good. He's talking about getting people into coding skills. And this brother's
Oh,
talking about skills, and want young people as well as adults. So drop that on them real quick, brother, so they can get an understanding.
all right. I go by Magnum. Generally, I'm on a PlayStation network under the first Magnum, but on YouTube, my channel is Chrono May Cry, ChronoMayCry. And essentially, what I focus on my channel is a variety of things, but the primary focus is first person shooters and Marine or military veteran dads who use first person shooters as a form of therapy or therapeutic release from the anxiety and from the transitioning of going from being active duty and being in the military to being in the regular civilian world, and we still have like some form of attachment to the processes that we went through when we were in the service. um, Outside of that, I also focus on early childhood development, which is something near and dear to me. I've
Oh,
spoken about it before. Probably fourth generation early childhood development specialist. My mother, my grandmother, and my great grandmother all had some impact in the community as it relates to trying to improve the quality of life for children. And my focus, my goal is to help introduce phonetics, introduce a love for, like he was talking about earlier, trades. My curiosity as a kid was electrical engineering and magnetics, but I didn't have somebody who could stimulate
Yeah.
that interest, that hunger, that thirst for just the curiosity that you have for just science and the natural world that's around you, and everybody finds their little thing that they're interested in. So in my channel I have a whole playlist dedicated to a variety of things for kids to just observe, and I wanted it to be something where they're not distracted by something unnecessary. It's solely for their learning, for their benefit, and it's also entertaining. Outside of that, we also have a playlist for fitness,
Right on.
and if you're interested in script writing, and I also do audio engineering, which I love to make music. I really focused on it, making a little hip hop lullaby playlist for my daughter. So when she would go to sleep, she would have music to listen to,
Right
because
on.
I noticed a lot of the music nowadays was a little too harsh, it's too aggressive, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot of soft, soothing, calming things for our babies to hear.
It's
They
for us
could
too,
they
right?
yes, so for us too, but it's kinda like we need to calm the babies down because 'cause they're, like, a little too extra right now.
Yeah.
So, and it'll help the mothers especially, you want your babies to be in a calm state when it's time to go to bed. You don't want them amped up, and music helps to do that, and
It's
I'm
beautiful.
very aware of that. So I like to design my audio, as well as using it for introductions and outros for channels like the one we're on now. So hopefully one day we might hear something of mine come up on your channel, when and you might hear some things of mine on my playlist as well. But
I'm looking forward to
that's
it.
pretty much my channel, and I'm happy for anybody who wants to take the time out to check it out.
Right on. And because I know we had little people in, but I'm gonna rebroadcast this again, and we're gonna chop it up because this exactly what my brother is just saying, and himself and Kitty, you guys keep me moving, and I appreciate it, and me moving in a positive way. And like my brother Malcolm just says, it's finding the thing that can, we communicate, we understand each other because we like almost like we say chew the same dirt, walk the same path, and here we are getting out and we are dealing with this, but we're finding ways to help us cope with it. And I love what you said about that as far as even the music, because to make it quiet, to keep it secret, is like when I go and take a shower, I put on the aquarium, and so I can see the fish and I can listen to the music that's kind of soothing. And I concur with you is that sometime with all the things that are going on around us and everything that we're doing, you have to take a time out to chill and relax. I talked about that with like driving. Your arms are so tense, and like you say, if you're hearing this aggressive music, um, where is your I say your spirit is not relaxing. It needs to calm down in a state of mind. But I'm so glad you said that. Kitty, you used to be a math teacher. Yeah, she knows about a lot of this. You guys. Oh, so Magnum. Yeah, I still am trying to figure out because I was asking somebody else
Hmm.
about looking for this and asking me what the benefits are for a child with a military parent that's at 10%. Um, they haven't gotten back with me, so I'm gonna have to beat the grounds myself. And I wanted to ask some people who are actually going through it,
Hmm.
but these guys are, and this is partially my fault too because of my military thing affects is I stay in the house sometime for 2 or 3 days, and it's actually getting on here and looking. I need to be out there involving
Me
um,
too.
other people. Yeah, you know how it is. It's like, when I get out, okay, cool. Uh, uh, yeah, but we're gonna get this, and I'm asking that question to. I know. Did you get his page? She said, "Oh man, thank you for going on the panel." Okay, great. Vanessa Kitty's cool, and I know
Thank
she.
you, Vanessa.
Yeah, I think she has a page, but I don't think it's really much. But up there, because I know a gang of wealth with this lady, and oh, my girl Patty is saying, "Good night, my friend. Sleep well. You sleep well too, Patty. Thanks for hanging with us. Tell Bodine what's up, and kiss my little girl Diety for me." But yes, it's good to have you guys up here because we're gonna and I want make sure that I support both of you guys when you get your page up. And all the time, remember, I'm the Seattle Black Vet, and that's BLKVET at Gmail. And you guys hit me up, or even just leave comments, and definitely I'll get to them. I started off reading the comments today, but I want to make sure I give you brothers like you and hey, Patty, you can't say good night. My brother's up with a nice voice. You can't say good night.
Yeah, you gotta stay up and listen to us, help
Yeah,
us soothe you on down the road.
there you go. Ease you right into the night. Yeah, you got it. No, she was the one telling me he has a nice voice. I said, yeah, I mean, I said, right on. But yeah, we need you guys up here. Yeah, because I want to make sure I get that. But you know what? I'm happy for you is that you are getting another CNP exam. And I really think you're going to do good with that. And I really hope that um, here's Patty laughing because I said that. Yeah, but I think that you'll get that because you're doing your due diligence and your homework on it.
Right.
And just remember, um, most of your comments is, because this is what a guy told me. He asked me in my CNP exam. And I didn't conquer this when I first went in for one because I got denied for it. Vanessa's right; you can reopen a CAP exam. Uh, uh, and Vanessa's saying, "Bye, Patty." You can reopen a CAP exam, but the thing is, when you go in, like I say, talk like you and your doctor are partners. Me and my doctor, we talked about this. I understand that, and that's why I told this guy here. I said, I understand that I have neuropathy and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life. I said, I understand that I'm going to have to cope with this. So this is why me and my doctors are working well as a team to try to, stay on top of this, even though it's not going to go away. I have to figure out how I'm going to make this live with this. And you
Right.
can tell them, my side effects, and you look them up, and you can just say, with this, knowing that I'm going to take these pills, and knowing that it's going to be with me for the rest of my life, and it's only going to get worse. Um, it started, it can come in depression, and it started, to make me feel this way. And, and it's really, you don't really have to go there. I'm like, for example, for me, with the neuropathy, I used to run, 10 miles a day. Now there's no way. Because I don't want to deal with the pain later on.
Right.
So it kind of, pissed me off, depressed me a little bit. And so, and then when the back pain started coming in with the legs, and then when I went to the VNRE, and they told me, "Yeah, dude, we don't know if we can help you with a job here." So, and that's last thing we want to be told is that we are not useful.
Right.
That's crazy. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear that.
that's one of the worst things we want to hear.
Exactly. And and I'm so glad I have you up and Vanessa up here because you guys can contest to that, and that's what we need. And I try to tell everybody, whether you're enlisted, NCO, or an officer, you all have a story. So we need to hear that though. And so tell us this still, Brother Magnum, because you got so many beautiful things you're talking about that help you pursue it. How what things in how long did it kind of take you kind of to find something that is that's already in you to bring you back to just take your mind off a lot of the issues. But
Well,
please.
I'd I'd say initially it was my daughter. She was the one that brought me back from a lot of the destructive, self-destructive thoughts and behaviors because I focused all of that energy towards her
Yeah, great.
positive development. And when that was lost, there was a dark period for about, I'd say, 4 years.
Mhm.
And in those 4 years, I I went to the VA several times and tried to reach out, but they really didn't have much
Really.
to offer, as far as the therapist, and they would
Hmm.
offer medications, and
Yeah.
that's something that I was listening to that you were talking about earlier was the side effects.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. God.
that's why I said in the chat I was like I wish I could tell you the name of the medication. Like I don't even want to deal with them. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
I've been somebody who started researching is it homeopathic
Yeah.
r-
Homeopathic remedies that you can.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I began to study that a little more seriously. Took it a lot more seriously and learned a lot in that time. And that began to motivate me again once the pandemic hit.
Wow.
Because then it became something that I became what's the word? Intent on becoming useful to the community as far as helping to combat the, you know, oncoming uh, Rona. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
during that time, I actually developed a proprietary blend of essential oils,
Okay. Right on.
and I actually began to use that. And during the time when I would have custody back and forth with my daughter, um, that's why you saw the little short on my page with my daughter. That was during the time of the pandemic, and
Oh, wow.
that was one of the rare times that I actually had her with me. And so I was never one who liked to document a lot of things, so I had to become accustomed to
Hmm.
because I was always the kind of person who liked to be behind the camera, not in front of it.
Exactly.
I could always like people, oh, you want to take pictures? I'll gladly grab the camera for you. I'll be your
uh,
personal photographer.
yep.
But ask me to get in front of the camera, I'm like, nah,
I'm
I'm good.
good.
Like I don't
Exactly.
need my face all out there like that. And I was like that with my daughter. I was very protective of her image and everything. So it took a lot for me to just dial it back a little bit because, like
Yeah.
I said, coming from a marine background where security is paramount,
Exactly.
where protection of precious cargo is of the utmost importance. Like there's no mission more critical
It's true.
than precious cargo.
Exactly.
So
That's so true.
when you have that that precious thing that you want to protect, it becomes where you just become wanting to protect life.
Exactly. Right on.
And that's where that became something that I focused in on. And for anyone who was interested, I gave out the information for free because it wasn't something that I wanted to profit off of. And the men who were business owners who I knew, they were like, you need to sell this. And I'm like, I want to, but part of me just wants to make sure that people don't die. so,
Exactly.
so that part kind of overtook the business mind of me.
I like that.
And I generally I helped a lot of people, and
Yeah.
especially the focus was, like I said, protecting my daughter, keeping her safe. And the proof is in the pudding. She was healthy, and she barely ever got sick when she was with me. And I can
See.
generally say she never got sick. Only
No.
when she wasn't did she ever get sick. So outside of that, the other motivation that kept me going was my love of food and cooking.
Oh,
So
right
that's
on.
why I have a recipe playlist in my channel because I love to cook. I come from, even though I come from Brooklyn, I grew up around a lot of Caribbean people. I have Jamaican ancestry. So I learned a lot about Caribbean cooking,
Right on.
and my childhood friends, they were like surrogate mothers. My grandmother's like their surrogate mother.
Mm-hmm.
surrogate grandmother, so she's cooking spaghetti and with the Franks in it, you know.
Okay, I hear
and
you. I hear you.
and my best friend's mom, she's cooking palau and aki and saltfish, and like they're falling in love with my grandmother's food. I'm falling in love with their mom's food, and I grew a passion of just good food over time, and that started
Mhm.
with my grandmother.
Beautiful.
So as we're coming into this time, a close friend of mine, he owns a restaurant nearby, Blues Cafe.
Okay.
If you're ever
Yeah.
in Northeast Louisiana, look it up. The best burgers in the region, I kid you not, the best wings in the region, can cook soul food like nobody's business.
Right on.
And essentially, he was like a drill instructor. When I was like at my lowest, he was digging into the core of me and my ability to stand up and overcome.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And he would just grind in it, and he would not let me feel sorry for myself.
Okay.
And that's something that I valued, and I to this day I tell him, if nobody else is, riding with you and supporting you in your business, I'm going to support you,
Amen.
because you brought me out of a place that was very difficult for a lot of people don't make it out of it.
This is true. This
A
is
lot of
very
people
true.
don't. And I have a heart to understand those people who are in that position because I've been there.
Hmm.
So my desire is to just show that light at the end of the tunnel, like, yeah, you can dig your way out of it. It may not be easy. It's not going to be pretty at all. So don't
Hmm.
expect it to be cute.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. You
It's
ain't
not
lying
it's
about
not
that.
cute at all. But it's gonna be something that you gotta push forward, and you just dig through until you make it and you break ground.
There you
And
go.
once you break ground, you realize that you look back on it like that was a point in life that, I overcame. I made it past that. And how can I move forward? And how can make myself of value to those around me again? Because
Exactly.
during that time you may feel like you're not as valuable to the people around you because of what you're going through.
Yeah, not valued like I used to be valued. Now I don't feel like, and like you
Right.
say, on top of what you're going through, it's like, man, hold up. You guys understand? I used to, I used to pack a 16. I used to pack a saw. I used to pack a weapon. I was in charge of this. I was in charge of that. And now you guys telling me out here, what? Yeah. And you're so right about that. I love your approach to that, and you know what? I had to say, man, you probably a brother from another mother because I'm with you on it because I'm like, there has to be a holistic way, and I'm like, I say I got to get back in the gym. I can't just lay out here. And you're right with just finding a way that and like you say, that sense of value, sense of worth. And I'm so proud of you. What you tell me, how you got, how you rock with it, and and how you handle it and what you're doing. I was mentioning that earlier because you remember when we did that 9 hour stream. I don't know if you were with us when we did that one, but
Mhm.
um, finding different people with different ways that they meditate on or focus on to help bring them to a reality, that they do have something to offer. Because I agree with you. I said the same thing with, hey, we got Mr. Spencer in the house. What is the VA action for therapy? Notes from the therapist to prove PTSD. Okay, 1 second, kind sir, we'll get that. But yeah, you're right with that. Um, I like how you like I said, you're finding it way because I'm kind of similar doing the same with you because you talk about children. You're more technical, and I bless your heart, brother. And we need brothers like you out here. Um,
Mm.
because I was like, now I got to fight for these seniors because I don't like how the senior complex is treating them, and I had to go and talk with city council and the mayor because they were
Mm.
responsible for help getting this place put in this area. So I'm like you, and I told myself when I was talking to my doctor, I said, God has a mission for me. I just got to figure out what it is. and I can't give up until I can't give up even when I find it out. But and you know, you're so true with that. With having a mentor push you, and when you fight through it. Now, tell me this: isn't this kind of funny? When you fight through it, you'll turn around and you pretty much already down through it, and you're like, what? You know, you're pretty much on the other side. But you know, we always get some other hurdles, but it's good. You know, we can make it over some hurdles, and I'm so proud that you had a mentor with you. Real quick here, why is the VA asking for a therapist note from a therapist to prove PTSD? I do not know that reason why. I didn't. For me, and I have to give you my truths. Um, I suffered from a major depression disorder. Um, um and I can, you know, because PTSD, they were seeing that I had was showing signs of that, and that was through a therapist, not a physical therapist. It was probably, and if you're asking for a therapy, it's probably going to be asked through a psychiatrist or a psychologist that you're seeing, or basically through your primary care doctor too. Your primary care doctor can recommend you to a therapist, but I think most of these guys are trying to get you on medications first.
Yeah,
Uh, you know,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, and that's the, you know,
Oh God.
yeah, it's a bittersweet with that. I mean, if you're really having some problems, you need to calm down, but the first take it straight off the head, and like Magnum is saying, because they gave me a pill and I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I rolled over to the 7-Eleven, you know, grabbed me something, some chips and stuff. That pill hit me like a ton of bricks. I almost wasn't able to drive. I almost wasn't to drive home, but I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna make it home. I'm like, oh God. You know, you get the bag, I got in the house, forget these chips, man. I'm heading straight to lay down. This is just terrible stuff. But yeah, guys.
Man, I had one time, I'll tell
Mhm,
you this. They gave me, I don't know the name of it, but when I first was really having a hard time, they gave me something for my mood. It was for
mm,
depression, anxiety, mood, whatever it
yeah.
was.
Mhm.
And everybody's physiology is different. So neurochemically, these pills affect you differently depending
It's
on your neurochemical makeup.
very true.
And for me, it was the weirdest feeling. Um, I felt like I was walking in front of myself. And at the same time, like like the things that would trigger me or make me angry, like I would try my best not to think about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when I would think about these things when I was on the medication, like if I wasn't, I just get angry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the weird thing was when I was on the medication, I would feel like when I was angry, I wasn't angry, but all the anger was sit in a in like my diaphragm, like within my core. Like
Mhm.
I don't know how to explain it to anyone, but that's the best way I can put it is I wouldn't get angry, but everything that I was thinking about, all of the visceral thought or anger or the emotion that was coming from it would
Mhm.
sit in my gut.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it was the most uncomfortable feeling because I couldn't deal with the anger, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I didn't feel it. And I felt like I wasn't present or with myself.
Yeah. I can understand that. That's how mine started making me feel like super loopy. I was like, dude, seriously? Like, you know, you turn your head and then your head be like turning like 3 seconds behind you. He's just moving. I'm like, oh, hell no, this is crazy. This brother right here, I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm too through. And so to answer your question, my brother, I would say it depends on what therapist they are sending you to. You will have to do some kind of mental therapy. And just like Magnum said, because when I first started taking mine, um, um, first of all, they weren't believing me. They thought I was sitting there playing. And then they go, okay, yeah, right. All right. Well, we're going to give you this medication. But like Magnum, first Magnum said, the first Magnum, dog, these new pills, and like even like Vanessa's been saying. These new pills, boy, they will get off into your backside. So I would say definitely, definitely look at the side effects and go, okay, all right, and don't play with that stuff because you're right.
Don't play with it.
You right, Magnus, because I'm like you get the D and he like he says the structure of everybody's body is made up different in how you respond to certain things. And I'm like, Magnum, God darn it, brother. I'm like, oh man, I gotta sit down somewhere.
Yeah, I went
And
back. I went back to them and I was like, look, I cannot do that. Whatever that was, I'm not doing
mhm,
that anymore. I would rather get I would rather get angry
exactly, exactly.
and just vent and blow off steam than to
Hmm.
have that feeling half or even the majority of the day. Like I would not want to feel that. So I
Yeah,
had to tell him like, no, I need something else or some type of therapy or something
exactly.
because that's not working.
Exactly. And you did it right, brother. And you did exactly right. And that's why I be telling all these other brothers, hey, look, man, um, if you don't know, if you are feeling this way, let your doctor know. And that's a part of still fighting for your health is like, yeah, yeah, they first had me. And this is a kind something you can use as well in the CAP claims and pension exam is yeah, well, they first put me on this, and this was too much for me. I had to go back, and we had to talk to the doctor, and they like to hear that that you are working on yourself, and always stay firm. It's like, well, I kind of feel no, kind of. Well, no, it made me feel like this. And it made me feel, like if I got in my car and drive, somebody ain't gonna make it. And I'm like you, because I'm like, you guys better give me something to calm me down because I'm like yourself. I got it in me and I'm trying to control it because I
Right.
know when it's going to be. But you guys got to get on it and help a brother out and stop playing with me. Let me see. Yeah. And I like what Kitty says here, which is true. Working with your health team is critically important. And this is one reason I say, I understand when people don't want to use the VA. All your people are there, but even if you got a private doctor and you're working with him or her, it's very important because, like I said, you go to the CNP, you go, hey, uh, this is what happened. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what my doctor do. And you saying everything right first, Magnum. Hey, I took this and it was just too much for me. I have to go talk to my doctor, and I'm really trying to get on top of this, but it's been hectic. It's been trying, with the pills and and with everyday life, this is really struggling, and so I'm hoping it gets better, but I'm hearing it's going to be like this for for a long time. And man, they'd be like, okay, all right, but they're gonna ask you specific questions or whatever. The VAMC West Haven offered me to go to a P&T program in Miami. I did not do it, but they did offer. Yeah, and that's the thing with I think is this with these. Okay, so I went to the pain program, and when I went to the pain clinic, that was supposed to be 1 day a week for 4 weeks. And it was like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's like, what if you're working, you know? So to do your best to make it because I think just me personally, they try to use it as a weeding process. Who's really serious about whatever, and that's the same kind of stuff you're going to get in the CNP. They're going to ask you questions, and that's going to be knowing what you're talking about and everything. But you sound on point, my brother. I hope the brother who asked it, what is it, Tyrone? Did he ask it? What was the brother's name again? I want to make sure. Teron Spears. Thank you, my brother, for showing up. And I hope we got the question. And please, Teron, don't feel like that's the only question. Ask more questions, brother, and we'll do what we can to give it to you because I got two beautiful people up with me. And so let me ask you this real quick, my brother, before we try to hang this up. Is there any other questions or anything that you want your team here to concentrate on? So when we get together next time, we can hopefully bring up some answers for you.
Um, Not right now. I'm just glad you were here for me to just engage with you and you can just drop some wisdom on me. And that's pretty much it. I thank you for it.
Oh, brother, as always, and you my main dude, and Vanessa Kitty's my game, my people's in here. You guys help keep it rocking and rolling. Hey, Tyron, you thank you so very much, brother. And Tyron, I'll always try to bump at least a 2 or 3 hour, because I know some people are on different time zones, and we just want to let you know, brother, that you're not out here by yourself. And you got two beautiful people in here with me. The first Magnum and Vanessa Kitty.
Yes, sir.
These two are on point, and Vanessa and the first Magnum. You guys know, I don't care if I get to 1,000, 2,000. You guys are always next to me, and so. And since you guys are always today's in Connecticut. Okay, shoot, it's 2 a.m. over that way. Where are you, First Magnum?
I'm in Louisiana right now. It's 1 a.m. here.
Oh, yes, beautiful,
Zero
beautiful,
100
beautiful.
hours.
Okay, right on. Hey, Tyron, if where are you, brother? Are you still in here? Where are you located? Yeah, because I'm over and of course I'm still in Seattle. I'm gonna try to bail and go to Mexico for about a week, sometime this next month, just to get away for a while, and try to uh,
Get a change of
um,
scenery.
exactly, and maybe, make me miss home or something. But sometimes you need a break from it, and I'm like, oh God,
Hmm.
and I tell you, because ever since I even got to 100 on Real Talk, my brother, is it's been paperwork after paperwork after paperwork. It's just like no joke. It's like okay, so I get paperwork, and now this month here I got six appointments this month, and
Mm.
I'm like, shit, man, you guys give me a break so I can go and leave out of town. But yeah, but my brother, definitely. Oh, and I got to get back down to Louisiana, brother. And if I get down your way, we definitely gonna hook him. I gotta owe you. I owe you a dinner, and we gonna have a good time because you're down there, good brother. You and Kitty on here. You guys, I love you guys very much. I mean it seriously because you guys come up and you give support and you give people hope and good content from where from your perspective of things. And I love how elegantly you said that about medications. As with people's DNA, it's a little, we're a little bit different in
Yeah.
some medications, and I like your perspective on it on a lot of points. So I want everybody to get this, and I want Kitty to type something in to tell somebody some love before we raise up out of here, and I'm gonna let my man, the first Magnum, hit me up, and maybe you want to just drop me your email on mine and just say, hey, what's up, and I'm gonna get back with you, and and we're gonna do some backroom chatting and let because I like everything you said. You're a real down there brother, with a cool ass voice too. Um, I mean, because listen to this brother here. We talk about if you're going through issues, finding things to help you get past or get through those issues. And like he said, and what's cool is he playing it forward as a person who had a mentor to push him, and now he's wants to help out the children as well as you adults. And I
Hmm.
think that's beautiful because that's what even like I know Kitty's doing her thing, and for me it's now just like the first Magnum. I'm going to see working with the city council to get with these kids next Monday, I think it is, whatever the 5th is. I think it's Monday or Tuesday, and go and get with those guys there. And it's passing on that positive energy. And if you really want to feel like you're worth something, go work with some kids or some people and offer your help and services.
Hmm.
And that's what we did in the military. And you know what, when you said this, and I gotta say it right, it's the cargo and it's the package that is more valuable and I used to be with some Marines when we used to escort nuclear fuel to the submarines. So
Hmm.
that package, and they were like, we had 20 Marines,
We
and
play zero games.
you said that 100% right. Marines will not joke with you. We had them, at least the officer came around this caisson and it was supposed to be secured. He was the first lieutenant. They put that ensign, they put him right in the water. Get down, cocked that Mossberg shotgun, and it was on. And he went back and he was crying. He said, you shouldn't have been in the area. You shouldn't have been in the area. Um, there was an alarm at the back of one of the nuclear facilities. And so I'm running like Rambo to go over here and check out the alarm. I went and checked the door, and the door was still kind of closed, but something told me to look around. I turned around. There was at least 6 or 7 Marines with weapons pointed at that door, and I was at that door. I said, "Oh hell no!" I said, "If this door open, it's gonna be on." And I'm like, "Okay, let me ease away from the door." I got a hold of that lieutenant. He says, "Yeah, if that door would open, it would have been on." I'm like, "Oh God, man." Um, you don't mess with the Marines because, like you said, it's zero tolerance. Explaining something to you, you saw the sign before you walked in the area. So if you didn't get that, brother, let me see here. Let me see. Tourist Kitty says she's offer free tutorials with veterans for math. Right on, Kitty. So you got to tell us how to get a hold of you. At least kick me something in the back and let us know how to get a hold of you for the if somebody's around your way. Um, we definitely can kick that information to them because that's one thing I would honestly say too, though, because when I took that math test for them, they put you on an honor program because of the COVID, so you had to go and they would send it to you. And they would send it to you in an envelope sealed up. This is what Washington do. And they said, we're going to tell you to open this when we fill out this and bring it back. And then so I went and like I'm sitting in front of the computer and I'm looking at this math stuff, and they got into when you start putting alphabets into math. I'm sorry, my brother, you're more savvy than I am, but I'm alphabets in the math. I'm done. So, and then I sent it back to her. She says, I appreciate your honesty because a lot of people would not tell you. They would sit there and lie to you. And I said, well, I'm 50 something years old. There's no way, that I studied that at my age when I got out of high school. Fractions was a thing then. It wasn't geometry or trig, wasn't none of that. And so it was like self-learn if you were going to do it, but that's a hard road to truck if you just surf by yourself. But yeah, Kitty's right with that. And let us know if you got the tutorial, Kitty, and drop it 411 so we can kick it to each and everybody who probably needs it because that math test, it really, but it wasn't when you go. Did you already? Are you still doing your GI Bill? The first Magnum.
Actually, I'm not sure. I was listening to your conversation earlier about the chapter 31.
31. Exactly.
Yeah, and I had questions about that because actually, me and my boy Jay, we both kind of got I would want to say scammed when it came
Mm,
to the GI Bill for college.
yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, like I said, I didn't have any clue what was going on. I just knew that I was told that college would be paid for,
Yeah.
and then I get back and it's like, I got a bill. Like, what's going on here? I don't know. Wait, what? I thought they
Wow.
were supposed to do that.
Yeah. So the thing with that, and you're right about that because it was a lot of college scams going on where people were asking to come out and do their little silly college, and the VA actually started catching up with that a little late behind the ball. But
Hmm.
yeah, and so the thing I would say with this, okay, so you're doing a if your benefits get raised, which I'm really pulling for you, and I'm hoping that you get a 30 at least out of this, and it keeps going. So, and hopefully you get a 50 or 100. I hope wherever it is that you get there. But okay, so every time that you get a rate increase, um, it kind of cycles over. You can go and I want you to go in this, and I'll go grab up my information that I have, and I'll pull up the paperwork and show you the receipts that I have on that, and I will copy print them this weekend. And I will get you and show you what I'm talking about. And I'll show you a letter that was sent to me from those guys. But the chapter 31, you definitely can look that up. Through the a VA chapter 31. You can go to va.gov too, and it'll kind of walk you through. But I'm going to get this information and I'm going to show you exactly. So, and I'll just tell you, right, just verbally, uh, what I went through. And like I say, you can go through and do it again. Or I completed my master's degree in March of September 2019 at 56, and I'm licensed. Oh, right on. Cool. That means you got somebody certified. So with the chapter 31, and I didn't find it out honestly until the hard way. Somebody
Hmm.
mentioned it to me, and I go, really? So I went into the Fed website, and I was looking for the VNRE. And so the VNRE, they changed the name, but the letters are still the same, vocational rehab and employment. So the letters are changed now. I mean, the words are changed, but the letters are still the same. So you can look up with a VNRE, Chapter 31 VNRE.
Hmm.
And so once you get a rate increase, you can contact that office and say you would like to see if I'm eligible for Chapter 31. And you should be, because you just got a new rate increase. And once that rate increase, it stays with you for a year that you have the time. And Vanessa's saying it's right. Yes, vocab and rehab. So it's vocational, where they train you, rehabilitation. If they need to send you to a training class, and if you got enough skills, then they'll send you to the employment.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, so once at 30, once you CNP's done, we're gonna get you on point with that before the weekend's over. And I still got two questions from you, and I got to get them answered. But this one, I'll have the receipts for it. I'll show you. Uh, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna push this just a little bit, since you asked me that question, and let me see if I can find this paperwork real quick. And I'm gonna show you a couple of these, if I can find them, because and always, please, always document and download everything that you get from these clowns, because they don't play nice. They don't play nice. And I had a lady who was talking to me, very disrespectful. And the thing is, you can come at these people for that. So this is what I said, and this is why I said she talked to me disrespectful, is because I said, hey, I'm thinking about, what about computer programming? She goes, you're a little too old for that. See,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. And see, so that is where you can actually file a complaint against somebody coming at you in that manner. Because one of the things that she was trying to say is that, because in my area up here, is that we have a lot of technological companies that are up here, and so
Hmm.
she was saying there's a lot of kids up here who are younger than me, who are grasping that, here we go, chapter 31. Let me see if I can dig this up here. Who are grasping that information faster than what I was grasping it, and that I should probably pursue something else, man. Hey, I'm gonna find this for you. For some reason, I'm not finding, never find it when you're looking for it. You know how that is.
Right.
Um, so, let me see what chapter 31 paperwork. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to this weekend. Okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna head up. I'm taking I'm gonna go to the Space Needle tomorrow afternoon, and we're gonna talk some VA stuff. If I have that paperwork before, I'll get that to you. But I have it in one of my files here. And this matter of fact, tonight I think I'm gonna have a beer and go over it tonight, and make sure I get that to you, so you'll know exactly. Because I want you, once you get your increase, which I'm really hoping you do get, and I got good feeling you will get. You're a really intelligent brother, and you get it all taken care of. So I want you hitting the ground running as soon as you get that rate increase, and
Hmm.
I want to get you on top of your benefits, because honestly, that's what I'm doing now at this 100%. I just got my license plate tag sent to me, and I applied for it in February. I got the ID card taken care of. We got the burial stuff taken care of. So once you get all these here, and I'm glad you were here, and I'm blessed to have you and the beautiful Kitty on here, and even if my brother's still here, brother Tavon, thank you, brother, for showing up. He probably bounced out, but yeah, but so I got some good. You got two good things, and so what we'll talk about is chapter 31 and VNRE. And here's a good thing from VNRE for schooling also pays for books. That is correct, books and supplies. And
Oh,
I
that's
would,
nice.
yeah, they pay for books and supplies. And one of the cool things too is you can still get a little temporary job on some of these campuses, and they will
Mhm.
help pay for your books and other needs as well. So you can pretty much be going free. And then thank you for that, Vanessa Kitty. That is so correct. They do pay for your books and supplies. And yeah, once you get into it. And so the thing is, So you send them a letter. Um, they're going to look up your paperwork through the VA system. And if they need any additional paperwork from you, which I doubt it, because they should show that your rate increase shows up through there. Um, they, like I said, they're going to send you somebody out to send you to some testing. And oh yeah, and this is right too. She says equipment too. That's right. They'll
Does that
pay.
include like computers or whatever?
Um, you know what? You can be eligible for a computer. That is true. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I've and Vanessa, get me right on that because I do believe that is true. That you can be eligible for a computer, and with the DAD laws, the American Disability Acts, um, in those technical schools, like I say, you can get. VA representatives asked me why I never asked for a laptop. Figure my degree, and I was. Yeah, because that's the same thing too. Because I already had a laptop, and I probably could have went and got another one. But I'm a Mac man, and I got to really probably get the Windows. But I'm a Mac man, and I'm a
I'm a PC guy.
yeah, you're doing better though, because Mac is just a gimmick. I mean, they do some good stuff, but I mean, like the marketing gimmick is this: you have your iPhone and it communicates with your computer, so you can drop stuff off your iPhone, and you can do this. So they make it where it's like, if I have an Android and I have a Mac, then I gotta put this in where, and how am I going to get it to my
Mhm.
computer, and did all the go online and do all the stuff you can, because they do have programs you can do go online. I use and for anybody is tripping off of this, but what is that where you get uh grab clip, where you can just grab clips and stuff like that off of
Mhm.
other channels. But yeah, but that's true. Yeah, you can get a laptop, and like I say, with the ADA, American Disability Act, while you're in school, um, you can get a desk, you can get a chair that's fits for you, that's comfortable, where it doesn't, if it's causing you discomfort. And say if you are having, memories or whatever, losses or whatever, you
Mhm.
get 2 hours extra on test up here. Laptop, yeah, does she say laptop, etc. Depends on the degree program, and that's true too. And Vanessa Kitty
Wow.
brings up a good point. So you get desks, you can get 2 hours extra on a test. You can get already the notes made for you for the notes that you probably need, in class.
Mhm.
And to think about this, you can get those too. And Vanessa Kitty is right. Now, dig this as well. They don't say this, but in the VNRE program, they say we'll get you up to a bachelor's degree. In actual fact, you can get a master's degree through those guys as well. And that
Nice.
is like, say if you're going to school, I never asked for a final because I major, mathematics major and computer science. Yeah.
Huh.
Uh, yeah, it depends on what your class is and if you need
I was
that.
computer science back then.
Oh, okay, yeah. So in that, and let's see, was something I was going to tell you about that as well. So like I say, if you're going to school and say if you're being you're studying medicine,
Mhm.
and now you found with that bachelor's degree that you got, all you need is just this other degree, and it'll put you right there. And if it coincides with that, you can go and get a master's degree from the program. But I tell cats this, pretty much if you really want to get in and get out and get your thing done, go to tech college and get you a skills program. And because pretty much I think, it is good. I mean, because up here in Washington now, since you have Microsoft, Intel, and Google that's up here, these guys are offering to send you to school too. Now, as a veteran, and getting that on top, making sure that it's paid for on both ends, it's a good deal. But yeah, honestly, I say yes. Grab it, brother. And I found the paperwork, but I'm gonna go over it. And tomorrow evening, I'm gonna do one tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna go to Space Needle. We're gonna chop it up, and then tomorrow evening we're gonna come up again. And brother, I appreciate all your questions. And make sure you bring up more questions. And you my man, 100 grand, brother. Um, and
Appreciate it.
yeah, you and Vanessa, my peoples. And once again, brother, give everybody, tell everybody who you are, what you represent, and if you got a page to send them over to you. And Kitty, I'm gonna put you up on here next. I know you just want to stay in the chat. I'll keep you there, but anything you have to offer, Kitty, go ahead. But go ahead, brother Magnum, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. I am the first Magnum on PlayStation Network. You can call me Magnum, and my channel on YouTube is Chrono May Cry, ChronoMayCry, and my channel is dedicated to a variety of things, ranging from first-person shooters and military tacticians to early childhood development and exotic recipes. I'd
Wow.
love for you to stop by, check it out. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and share it with others. My goal is to give our future generations a chance to have a better head start than we did, and to also be a benefit to those of us who are coming out of a lot of the struggles of life,
Right.
especially as it relates to being a veteran and a dad. So I thank everybody who shows up and shows their support. My Cash App is on there as well. Feel free to donate because it goes towards the channel, and you might actually see me on camera finally. But in the meantime, I am building my own little set for people to see me engage with the Seattle Black Vet, because I'm here because I appreciate him, not because I'm here to promote myself. If he'd have never asked, I probably would have never brought it up. So I appreciate the opportunity to I guess shameless plug, but
No, let's
I'm
rock.
not
I'm gonna give one to you.
I'm not for that all at all. I'm here because this brother actually is providing a service and a benefit to people who absolutely need it. And it's not just a game, it's not just a gimmick. People are really out here struggling and need this information. And as well, thank you, Kitty, because your chat has helped me a thousandfold as well. Like I said on the beginning earlier on a previous episode, I learned more in an hour than I learned in the last 15 years.
Oh man,
And the
bless you.
first time that I showed up on your stream, and I had to go to sleep that night, the next morning,
I hear you.
pondering, my next moves and how I can make this thing a lot easier, and the transition a lot smoother, thanks to the new information that I just found. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, my brother, I'm telling you, your words are, they're magic, and I really appreciate it. You and Kitty, you guys are really, and you guys offer all that too. So as we move forward, and like you say, please hit me in the email when you get a first chance, brother Magnum, and just drop me some info so I can get back with you, because I want to make sure that I send everybody your way, and we support you, because this is what I do too. Is whether I'm on somebody else's channel, I go, yeah, I met this cool brother, he's into that too. You probably need to hook up with him, and find out some good information, because he's got it, he's got it pretty much unlocked. And I'm talking about you, sir. And Miss Kitty, because Miss Kitty gonna stay in my background there, but she's incognito. But I got you guys, and I tell you, it is an absolute true blessing to have met both of you. And I'm so glad that you are telling me that I'm helping you, because honestly, you're helping me as well. And like, even like you said, first Magnum, you said, you suffer from that too. I'm like, good. I'm talking to somebody who understands me as well. So,
Yeah.
heck yeah. And you guys, I'm telling you, um, uh, I owe a big gratitude to you, gratitude to you both, because I honestly tell you, if you guys didn't show up, and a few of my other people, my supporters, but you guys are here. You guys been here for the long haul, and I mean a long stream. But it's always good to know that I can help you, and and until you get to wherever you're gonna go, as long as I'm still chugging on here, I'm going to do my gosh darnest to help you get answers until you get all your benefits. As I want to see you and your daughter thrive too. And because you're a really good man. You sound like a really good man, and you sound very, you know, I mean, you sound like me. You're down to earth, and you're trying, just to get answers so you can live a better life. You want to give back to this community that you live in. Um, and you're helping people just by hearing that. And that's what I say with you and Kitty. Uh, People will come on and believe it or not, but still, I get my few people who will come on and they want to ask the impossible questions and stuff, right? And I'm like, well, and they don't give you enough of content to go by to help them, but we try to do our best. And I believe this, with these two beautiful people who are currently on my channel right now, Vanessa, Kitty, and the first Magnum. I honestly, and I'll tell you because I'll repost this. You guys need to check out these people. And if you really don't understand what is a veteran's about, come to the page, um, chop it up. If you are with another veteran and you still don't understand what your spouse is going through, maybe we can drop a little bit of pearls on you, some jewels on you, so you can hopefully cope a little better. We will not be here to give you therapeutical answers. We're not therapeutics. We're not lawyers, attorneys. No way am I associated with the VA, but well, I'm associated because they take care of my health. But
They gave
um,
bills.
yeah, exactly. And get a brother too. Good Lord, man. I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, watch your step with this one. And honestly, and Magnum is so correct because every time at nighttime I go, okay, here we go. We're going down the rabbit hole. And
Mm.
I will tell you honestly, even at night, sometime I have to feel my way around. If you go into the room, the men's room at night, you will get messed up on there. If you're not careful. And I have failed a few times, so I know I'm gonna try to keep everything 100 with everyone, especially my two guests here. You guys are gonna my personal family, especially you and Kitty Magnum, you guys personal family, and so like anytime that I can offer any assistance, brother. And tomorrow evening, I will go over the chapter 31 stuff that and show you the paperwork I received. Okay.
Cool.
Um, and the cool thing about it too was, I can say this kind of happened over and over because right now, honestly, I'll tell you, I'm eligible right now to go back to the chapter 31. And you know what? I should just do it for kicks and giggles to see what the process is now and just go through
And you can
it.
yeah, you can document it.
Exactly. Because I did it with my last one. I videoed it. I videoed and said, okay, this is how they treated me. This is what they talked to me, how they talked to me. The evaluators, if you are being mistalked to or they're talking to you crazy, the evaluators can give you the information to go to their boss and bring forth change because no one should tell you what you cannot do. If you desire to do it, you should be able to go ahead and do it. But see, the VA is going to tell you this. We only want to put you in a job that we know that you are going to be lucrative to. If you're 58 and you want to learn computer programming and then got people who are 21, they're like, we don't, at this person's thought, we don't think that, and it's not, she don't think that's what it was. But you can take that degree and go somewhere else, like somewhere in Louisiana and still teach or whatever, right? Um,
Mhm.
but or Mississippi or whatever, some of these places that don't have all the access to information, uh, some places in Georgia don't. As we're talking about, even just having Wi-Fi in some places, right? You still don't have Wi-Fi in everyone in the United States, though. You guys go right there. Yes, let's do this here. He said vocational rehab is granted. She got hers and she be in college in there, and she finished in 2000 and May 2000. Summa cum laude. Congratulations, kiddo.
Nice, nice.
Congratulations. Right on. So it's good because you guys are bringing substance too. And I would tell you honestly, and I'll say this again, um, Vanessa, Kitty, and the Magnum, the first Magnum. Um, these guys are motivation. If you don't believe me, you take time and listen to their page. Take time to listen to them. Beautiful things. The first Magnum saying, hey, holistic, relaxing, getting away, calming yourself, getting out of your situation and not letting your situation take control of you. And I like what he said too, because the first Magnum and Vanessa Kitty, they got out of the military, but they still have personnel they're responsible to. And
Right.
it's a beautiful thing. And you people, especially if you got kids, you get out here and you get this information, and you don't fight. You don't give up the fight. You keep fighting. Don't give it up. And no, we're out here too. Hard to sleep. Uh, don't like crowds and stay away from people for the longest. Um, and I'm agreeing with Kitty and even probably the first Magnum on here, having a little, if you need it, to get you a service dog, get it. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you need psychiatric help, pursue it. But make sure too that you are pursuing the help that you need. I like what the first Magnum said, and even Kitty says is, they first start giving you these medications, and you're like, whoa, um, pump your brakes back up, but don't quit. All right, get back in there, because just like the Vanessa Kitty, the first Magnum, and myself, we were told no a lot. And a grown man can accept no, but he don't have to accept it. A grown man can hear it, but he got to keep it moving, because you know that one person will not stop you from getting through. And there's a
Right.
lot of people like myself, the first Magnum, and Vanessa Kitty. And Joe, we get him back on here. And a lot of you guys, Trevon was here. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. And it can sound bleak, but I would tell you, um, I got on here so we can get this community together, because, and it's no shot at anybody else that's out there. I understand they want to get their channel and they want to get their Patreon and all that, and there's no knock for that. Hustle and get your paper, boo boo. Is what Cat said, right? But for me, I'm 58, and I'm getting what I need. I can always use more. Who can't? But um, I believe, just like the first Magnum and Vanessa Kitty, um, this is my thing that makes me feel that I am helping, and giving things
Mhm.
that can help other people. And it's truly
Right.
from my heart. I don't want to see nobody suffer like I did. And I don't want to see anybody lose everything because of their disability. And have to go through this. But I will tell you, it is an ass whooping that builds character. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, right? And that's like a kitty too. It took until June '94 to find out what to do. Yeah, because when you get out, you don't have people want to tell you things. I don't know what the hell that's about. It just bothers the crap out of me. Um, I've had people who I've helped, and they got to 100, and they didn't even come back and help me. They didn't even tell me anything. And
Mm.
I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I sat in a group of a bunch of black men thinking, "Oh, these brothers is gone," and they're sitting there at awe because of another person who's in active duty. I said, "What about your people who are not in active duty? Are you helping them?" And I was so pissed. It
Mm.
made me keep fighting. It made me keep fighting. I turn that energy into you're not going to say this, and I start finding out the right words to say, and the
Mhm.
right moves to kind of move. I mean, understand me. I've made a lot of mistakes up the road, um, um, but I started listening and I started paying attention. And you two people on here right now, and you guys are that smart. You're smarter than me, and you're gonna make this work, and I know you're gonna get there. And I'm just hoping and praying, brother. I'm not gonna say I'm hoping. I already know that you're gonna get this because you're doing everything right. And most of yes, for years, for years to connect with the. I was done with active duty during the Desert Shield and Desert Storm. See, that's where I came in when Desert Shield, Desert Storm. I became a DI and I trained people to go out there, and they gave me an offer because at that time you could double dip, if not triple dip. You could be in the reserves and still be getting disability,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah, and they did that for a while, and then so they came out with it. Either you pick one or the other, and I said, "Well, looks like we're going for disability." 'Cause- I mean, because if you stay in and get worse, they're gonna be, you know, you're gonna get treated like a, a dud or reject or whatever they call it. He,
Forgive the
yeah,
word broke dick.
there you go. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, broke dick, sick calls, eight walls to the back of the formation. You ain't like it. That's what it is.
I
Broke
don't
dick.
know. I don't know
Eight
what the Lady Marines would call, but oh
yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that's what
What
we
did
would
you
call.
gotta tell us, Kitty, one of these times what the Navy calls it?
Yeah,
But
what are the injured female sailors called? Oh man,
yeah,
I
that's a
can
good.
imagine. That's interesting. But how are the females? Because they may have their own set of conditions that they may experience, and
Exactly.
what are what kind of I don't want to use the word hazing because you got to have thick skin,
Yeah.
but like what is the vernacular used for the young ladies in the service, and when they're going through their conditions, because we can make light of a lot of this stuff because
Mhm.
we've been through it and we're overcoming it, and at the time it may sting a little when you hear it, but after you grow up a bit and you grow to develop that
Mhm.
toughness, you can kind of look back at it and laugh. So I'm kind of curious as to what the women's conversations sound like.
That is a very good question. That is a very good question because I would tell you, back in the 80s, in the late 80s, mid late 80s, I mean, probably till the early 90s. Um, that's what they call us, and you be called all kind of things outside of your name, outside of your rank and your name. So ironically, you say this though. Oh, she so here it is. Nah, cupcake. She say a cupcake. Come here, cupcake. All right, I could probably see that. Let me see. I heard she says you heard them all, and she rolls with it. Yeah, like you said, first Magnum. We get our thick skin, but you're right. But I had what was really interesting when I was doing a MAT C up here, and it was mobile army training. We were doing, I was a continuity drill, and I didn't realize there were so many levels of drill sergeant. I was a continuity drill. Then we had the 2 weekers coming in from the reserves, and then we had another drill who was from Fort Dix, who had overlooked us as well. And then we had a colonel who was from Fort Dix, and then we had to answer to him. So this one lady, one drill sergeant, she's had these soldiers were standing outside, and she started calling them, "Come here, preverts! Are you privates?" And she said, "What are you, preverts? You guys a bunch of preverts." And unfortunately, she was seeing all this crap, and the colonel was sitting on the other side of the window. So the order came down: either you call them soldier or private, whatever their name was. Nothing outside of that. And that's one of the things, because like you say, the Marines, you guys are ordered because you guys kept going. In which I kept going with it. I'm like, I call them killers. Come here, killer. Right? And they would show up. But yeah, I got two people. Another drill sergeant had a kid was sleeping on his top bunk, and he shouldn't have been in this bunk. I mean, he should have roasted him, but he tipped the bunk over. Kid fell off the bunk, injured his back. So they brung that drill sergeant back in and threw his hat away and put him in the brig for damaging government property. So, when I was in, you can get hit butt with an M16, and you better keep it moving. You better not say nothing. You better move. You got a problem? Keep it going. And in Texas, it was so hot as hell. They say, "Yo, you're not." The ground was too hot. They say, "Okay, bring your gloves with you, because you're gonna be doing some push-ups." So I don't care how hot it is, you're gonna be doing some push-ups out here. But you're so right with that. So
They
Vanessa,
called it smoking bodies.
there you go. We say you see smoking bodies. Yeah, what do we call those guys? Forgot what they call them. She never degraded anyone ever. I lost my job to the best ever possible. I did my job to the best ever possible, exceptionally well, actual. Yeah, this is true too. and I think that all three of us can say this here too, especially I shouldn't speak for my first Magnum, but you know, and Magnum said this earlier, you know, it's having compassion and you know, saving a life. And I think the smallest thing that you can do is just, you know, like you show compassion, empathy or sympathy. And I was the same way when I DI'd and I drilled. Um, my soldiers, I played little psychological games with them so I can motivate them. One of the soldiers I had, he was a pretty much really a dud, a reject. You know, and I found it out, and I smoked him. I said, "You're not going to quit." So as a matter of fact, and I found out the only way I found out is because you know when we get the new boots, he had blisters, and he wasn't changing his band-aids or nothing good. And I pulled back his sheet covers, and he was sleeping with all like garbage in it. So I just make him
Mm,
report to me every night after he took a shower. I would make him stand up on like he did in Full Metal Jacket, stand up on your foot like I want to see your feet. I
mm,
want to make sure you're doing what you got to be doing because we're not going to be going through this. And hey, what's going on, girl? Welcome back. Here's another sister too. She's beautiful channel. You want to hear somebody with a good voice? Check, listen to my man First Magnum. But yeah, so then I told this soldier, you're in charge of the broom closet. I want all these brooms. I don't want no dust bunnies in the brooms. I want these mops hanged up. I want the mop ringers over here. And that dude did best job ever.
mm.
And so he kind of like went from dud to you know, a little bit of motivation because I came over and I just looked at the broom closet and I just smiled and I walked off, and that's all he wanted to see. And I was like, I'm doing fine, beautiful. Thanks for coming up in here. I hope you're doing well, and thanks for hanging with us. We about to hang it up. I said 11 o'clock, but me, Kitty, and the First Magnum, and now we have your beautiful self on board. Um, yeah, we've been chopping it up. But yeah, so with that, you know, and with dogging my guys, I don't, you know, like even my acting platoon person, my platoon leader, I told him, you're coming and hanging with me for the day, because I knew they didn't have that much important stuff that he couldn't retain. So I would go and show him and talk to him about what upper mobility is going to look like, what rank looks like, what this looks like outside of basic training, is what I was showing him. I was showing him stuff that nobody would really show you in active duty. But he was a very intelligent young man, and he came in as an E4, and I wanted to motivate him. Name military public health inspectors today. Vanessa Kitty, yes. And she says, hi, Southern. But yeah, so it was really, I wanted to teach people and motivate them. And I was very scared that if I didn't train them right and they're heading to Desert Storm or Desert Shield, that I'd be responsible.
Right.
And you know how that is, brother. And
Hmm.
I didn't want that monkey on my back. So we trained. I mean, we joked around, but we trained. And um, I got them guys a full day pass where they went downtown to Seattle. They took them a bus down there, a van, and they got to go down there and go to strip clubs and all that stuff. And my only thing was when they got back, I just messed with it when they got back because I knew they were drunk. And so I did the right face about 10 times, the left face about 10 times, about face about 20 times. And
Hmm.
you drunk, you know, they falling all over the place. But
Right.
it's to let them know what their abilities are. Because when you get to active duty, you probably will again. But know that you can't be doing all this performance while you're messed up. So, um, and
Right.
since the next day was hangover, uh, I let him sleep in for 2 hours or 3 hours, 2 hours, and then I got him out there, and I started asking him, "How you feeling?" You know, so we brung him through it, and I had a good time with my soldiers, and I just hope that they all learn the best. So, but hey,
We would
Souther,
immediately get smoked afterwards.
yeah, that was the deal. I'm like, oh, okay, right on. I said, I'm gonna mess with you here, and had him out there in the rain, ponchos on, had him out there standing for about 30 minutes.
Hmm.
And then I walked out there. How's everybody doing? They're like, they looking at me like, hanging over, huh? Yeah, how you feeling? Okay, we're about to go for a light run with your boots on. They like, what the hell is wrong with this man here? And took him on a light run. We said, we're going to get that alcohol out of you. And brought him on back, time to eat. All right, got that eat out of the way. Now we got barracks inspection. We got barracks cleanup, and we got your boots. And so, on the weekends, no classes. So I got to hook you up with something, brother. We ain't going to have you sitting around here doing nothing. But it was fun. But again, hey guys, thank you so much. I said we were gonna be out of here, and my girl Southern showed up. Bless your beautiful heart. Tomorrow, Southern, if you're up, I don't know. I know you were more in on the Midwest time or whatever there. And we're gonna try to go and just do a chip on a space needle. If you miss it, that's okay. We're gonna talk veteran things too. And tomorrow night we're gonna be back anyway. And I'm gonna answer some questions too. For the first Magnum, and we're going to talk about the VNRE Chapter 31. And Vanessa Kitty, baby, you always welcome, and we would like you to come up and add your input as well. All right, hey guys. I love you all very much. I wish you nothing but the best of blessings and the best of health. And may your hearts always be rest with comfort and peace, and that you're happy and free from anger. And for you veterans, try to get some sleep and try to
Gonna get
take
some
that.
sleep tonight.
Exactly. Yes. I ain't keeping you guys all up for till 6 o'clock in the morning, but we did it until 12, so we did about 8 to 12. We did pretty good. Just a few of us here, but that's what they say. Three or four gathered in our midst, we can get some stuff done. So great. Love you guys. Hey, the first Magnum, give them that beautiful voice and tell them good night.
All right, to the chat and to everyone who's listening on the Seattle Black Vets channel. I would love y'all all and have a great night.
Thank you so much, my brother. And hey, Southern Slows Grow, thank you, beautiful, for coming by. And we love you too over here. You got nothing but love. And I can't wait to hear your beautiful voice again. And thank you again, the first Magnum. Please drop me an email when you get a chance. And also to my beautiful lady, Vanessa Kitty. I love you guys all. I wish you nothing but the best. Have a great night. I'm going to go have a beer real quick. All right. Talk to you guys later. Love you. You guys are great.